Hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm alive by the molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You don't know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side flyer. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Why does Frog Boy look frozen?
I don't know, but Vlad, today is the day. Today is the day all questions are answered. Can the Knicks handle Wemby? Can Brunson find a way to beat that unbelievable defense up top?
Wait a minute. You know he dropped 61 on them this year. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm Vlad.
Say like everybody's.
Vlad. I didn't say he could or he couldn't. Right? The thing about Brunson is, dude always finds a way to get your guy. So I just asked the question. That's all. I didn't say he couldn't. I think the key to all of this is to everything that we gonna talk about is can Cat stay out of foul trouble?
That's always the key.
Right. Because keep in mind, Mitchell Robinson, we don't know what Mitchell Robinson going to give you.
He's going to give you. I'm not worried.
I need his 6 fouls.
I'm not worried about Mitch, and it's not even about the 6 fouls. The fact of the matter is, Mitch might not be guarding Wemby as much as everybody thinks.
Right. Okay.
Looking at their lineup, San Antonio's kind of small,
except for Wemby,
but
Cornette.
But you're not going to put both of them together.
Correct.
Wemby and Mitch can play together. I mean, Mitch and Cat can play together. We've seen that.
So they can and
OG.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
That's what because I'm looking at this lineup. I'm like, De'Aaron Fox got a bad wheel. He can't guard somebody like a Mikal Bridges who just his whole thing is just running. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So if you got a bad wheel and you got to chase somebody that his whole thing is just running in endurance, that's not going to be good for you.
A lot of questions on both sides, but you know what? That's why you play the game.
But I'll take the rest. I'll always take the rest where you can scout the teams as you get closer and closer.
Right.
Now you're not focusing on like 8 teams like in the first round.
Just one team.
You're focusing on 1 or 2 teams for 8. And they had 8 days to focus on 1 or 2 teams. So
one of the things that I think goes on this time of year, right? We always talk about rest versus rust, but when it gets to the point of the finals and the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, rest seems to be king. Right? Rest, getting those little boo-boos. You've been playing basketball for 5-6 months. Having that extra week almost re-energizes you. You know, I almost want to see Mike win. Right? Because
you were there when he was in Cleveland.
Yeah, he it's not that he got a raw deal. It's just that I don't think we realize how good of a job that he's done with the Knicks and his game plan and
he's got that. You know what happens? Unfortunately for him, it's crazy how everything comes full circle. This is a Greg Popovich series.
Yeah, because he was with Pop.
Right. He was with Pop. He
in 99, right?
07.
Was 07.
And lost to him in 07.
Okay.
I got to apologize to Mike Brown because I just thought him and Tibbs were very similar. They were just parallel of each other.
No,
but
he's
different.
game
You know
planning
what?
is totally different.
I'm not gonna not. There were times when Tibbs was great game planning. The only problem is Tibbs never played other players. He only had his set
He stuck
seven
with his 6 or 7 guys
and
and rode them to the ground.
rode him to the ground. The other Mike Brown actually he's willing to listen to his coaching staff, his assistant coaches, and willing to listen to players and adjust. And you saw that after game 3 against Atlanta, first round series, they changed their offense, and then look at it now. They've won 11 in a row. So I give him credit for that. But it's almost similar to Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr. Give Mark Jackson, as much as Steve Kerr gets a lot of credit, the foundation was set with Mark Jackson.
Correct.
So the foundation was
I think Tibbs, believe it or not, Tibbs set that defensive culture and the way they play. Now, Mike Brown brought a lot of that because, again, Pop did a lot of those same things, but he does it in a different way that the players are more responsive. They don't look like when you get in the third and fourth quarter, they don't look beat up and tired and exhausted. You know what I mean? Because he has trusted other guys that have come in and performed. Let's not say he just went to other guys to give his guys a rest. They've come in and they've added and they've contributed. And so you wonder if that's one thing in the future, if Tibbs is going to be a coach, that he's going to have to trust deeper into his roster because he's never done it. And when it gets to moments like this, after playing this much basketball, it almost seems like a Tibbs team wears down a little bit.
Unless he was able to win a lot, then he could have just,
right,
get the rest. Then the rest would help him, and he'd be able. But nonetheless, yes, game 1 starts tonight, 8:30, 8:40 tip-off.
Yep.
From San Antonio.
Let's not forget, I've been riding with Vegas.
Last night,
it was crazy.
That was a good game 1. That was a good game 1. I hope if the rest of the series is gonna be like that, we're gonna be tuning to a great Stanley Cup final. Vegas beating Carolina.
The thing about the Stanley Cup
going into the third, and they made the plays in the third period.
The thing about the Stanley Cup is you could have your favorite and you could have a team playing well. It's so unpredictable when you get to this level. It's so predictable. It's so unpredictable. And like I was like, Carolina might get maybe not. But
see, hockey's the only sport you can win on the road.
Right.
So you got a goalie, you could win on the road.
Would you say it matters the most in football to have that home game?
Yes.
And it matters the least in baseball or hockey?
It matters the least in, I would say, hockey, then baseball. Basketball would be second, and then football. I think home field advantage.
Right. Because I would say if you have but
it doesn't really matter. If you have the best player, Leroy, you're gonna win. Because look, OKC had home court. Wemby was the best player. San Antonio won.
Right. But again, if I take the Marlins, if they have to go on the road for the World Series for the first games, right?
Game 7,
but I'm pitching Sandy. You
got your ace.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
You got your ace. Like if you have your ace, that's why they always try to schedule it to the point where they have their best guy going in the final game.
Right. So he goes 3 times in the World Series.
Right. So you're gonna have your guy. But when you have a goalie, like that's why the Panthers, when they,
Bob was on fire.
Season, as long as you have Bob on fire, you can go any place. It didn't matter anywhere. Boston, Carolina, Tampa, Edmonton, didn't matter.
Right.
You had your guy, and when he's stopping everything, it puts man.
Who's the Vegas Hart? Is it Hart?
Considering I'm seeing him on it's named Carter Hart for the Vegas and Frederick Anderson for Carolina.
It's weird that when we talk about hockey this time of year, we talk about, just goalie. Everybody got stars. Everybody got stars. Everybody got scores, right? But the thing that you talk about the most, the thing that really gets you going is the goalie. If your goalie is hot, you can finally you know, get a couple of saves that, oh my God, look at that save. And you get 2 or 3 of those a game, and then you get lucky on the other end. Next thing you know, you Stanley Cup champs. And all we talk about during that run, did you see that save Bob had? Every game.
Well, and guess what, Leroy? The other team is saying the same thing.
Right. I can't believe we didn't get that score.
Right, because then it starts playing in their heads like, man, this guy just stopped this. Like, he's stopping everything. We can't get anything through. It starts plaguing your mind.
And then conversely, it always seems like when you got the bad end of it, a puck just takes a bad bounce and goes in net. Right? Like, that's the thing about hockey. That's so
nothing
crazy.
worse than that. You've been struggling. You got an empty net, and out of nowhere, a hand comes, a glove save out of nowhere. You're like, oh my God. And then on the other end, your guy who's been stopping everything, trying to keep you in this game, a little like deflection, a little ricochet off the skate, game over.
Right.
You lose 2-1 in double overtime because of that.
Right. Exactly. So I am like, I'm excited for tonight. I think I'm excited for the series because there's a lot of questions that will get answered, tonight. It'll be like, hey, is Wemby ready for this? Is that young team ready for this? Is the seasoned veterans, are they ready to take that next step?
Yes. Because the way they were celebrating Leroy, I wondered if they felt even they started listening to the hype that everybody, oh, this is the NBA final. And it's
right. And when you're young, so here's how a young guy, here's a young guy. A young guy would say, we got over the hump, we beat the best team in the NBA, we beat the previous champs. A veteran team would say, like, we glad to get through this, but we got one more step. We want to win the chip.
And that's the difference between one team who suffered. See, the thing about it is, I still think out of any sport, basketball is the one where you gotta suffer before you finally get success.
You think? Yeah, because you know what? And let's put it in perspective. Most runner-ups in football, the team that loses the Super Bowl has a terrible year the next year.
And baseball as well. They might get to the postseason, but they don't get to the World Series.
Hockey, it's so chaotic in hockey. It's no guarantee you're gonna get back. That's why it's amazing that
what the Panthers
Panthers lost the first one and then won the next 2. That doesn't happen in that sport.
But eventually, it's gonna take its toll on you.
Right.
And that's what happened this year. But basketball is the one where you've got to suffer the pain. We've seen it, especially with the big names, the superstars. We've seen it.
We even saw it with the big 3.
Even the big 3 had to lose before they started. Wemby hasn't gone through that yet.
Right.
This was his first year in the playoffs, and
but sometimes
he's been fortunate enough to go against a Portland team who had they had 2 20-point leads on San Antonio and couldn't finish the deal.
Right.
Minnesota, who knows what would happen if they were fully healthy, but they won that. And OKC,
remember, Ant was banged up.
That's what I'm saying. And
so
they
you
lost
saying
Andre
they had a run that was very similar
to the Warriors,
what New England did,
or to the Warriors in 2015,
right?
When they won their first title,
right.
They were going against
think
teams.
about this. There's a phrase out there that would make the San Antonio Spurs world champs. Ignorance is bliss. That means that Wemby not being from here right, doesn't fully understand all the things that we talking about, right?
Yeah, but
And he's never they didn't have their struggles in the playoffs.
right.
And maybe he is just
He might
progressed
be the
to the point where
he might be the outlier.
right.
Where if he does this, then you're starting to think, oh my God, he's 22 and it's his first year. He's won the NBA
Right.
final. Like, what's gonna happen when he starts getting
Here,
better and
are they
stronger?
gonna be just like what OKC was last year? Because OKC was pretty young, right? Or are they
Right.
gonna be Detroit? Detroit, who had the number 1 seed but was young and just couldn't, like, they weren't ready for the playoff and the adjustments in the playoffs that you have to make.
I always tell Dan this. There's context in losing, right?
Mhm.
So the way you lose might dictate how you start you move from that day on. Like OKC lost bad. We saw how Chet didn't play too well. So
Chet
now,
was terrible, right?
right. So then 3 with OKC, now you're thinking about moving Chet because of the way he played in that series, and especially that game 7, the way they lost.
Right.
So there's always
No, I
context.
got you.
There's context in losing. The Spurs have been winning. If they lose, say they lose in 5 to the Knicks, or they lose in 6, and glaring weaknesses are exposed, then they're gonna have that's the painful loss because they were right there. That's the
because now
painful
we
loss.
playing basically the way you lose decides whether you get in the arms game,
Right.
whether you get in the game.
Absolutely. The way you lose is
right.
whether you're gonna, all right, I got this arsenal. Am I willing to trade away
Right.
all these assets to get this
Right.
big piece?
Now
This
the thing
big
is,
weapon.
the crazy thing is that OKC got a lot of weapons, a lot of assets where they could basically get any player they want in the NBA because of all the assets they have and the youth that they have.
In San Antonio as well, because the fact that they made it to the NBA Finals in their first year in the postseason, you're able to see the Julian Champagne. You're able to see
Yes.
the Dylan Harper Jr. You're able to
But
see.
do you move one of those guys?
But you might have to in order to get a Giannis or in order to get a big name. Like you want to see what's up. You know you got a superstar on Wemby. Now you want to pair him up with somebody else. You might realize De'Aaron Fox might not be the answer with Wemby.
Do you move De'Aaron Fox?
Do you move De'Aaron Fox? So
Right.
yeah,
It'll be interesting. Oh, hey, all this before game 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is our guy doing?
I don't know what he's doing. He's having technical issues. So we know what? We're gonna go to break, Leroy.
We're going to break.
We're gonna go to break.
I'll get a weather report. Let me I tell you what, while we're here, let me tell you something about a little bit about A&T Dry Cleaners.
Go ahead.
Right? For the best dry cleaners South Florida, use our guys and our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. The owner is Ira. That's our boy. We hung out with him. He gave us a breakdown of how he does work. His number is 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. They've been around for 40 years. They're family owned and run. It's summertime. You want your wardrobe looking right for your getaway, your summer getaway. If you have a hot date with your missus or whoever, look, they can hook you up. We have those summer weddings, whatever formal gear you need. They can even do same-day sewing. They have a seamstress on site. It's ours, mother. So you know you're getting the best possible care for your clothes. They service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beach County. And look here. He has trucks going all over South Florida. I didn't realize it. He let us know when we talked to him. They can pick up and drop off your orders. He's a fan of the show. Ours our guy. So if you're a listener and you want to hook up, mention Tobin and Leroy, you get 25% off your order. That's right, 25%. That's a deal. You can call or text Ira again, 954-610-9383 at any time. And I promise you this, once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never launder your own clothes again.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Leroy and Vlad show.
What's
Look,
up?
I want to say, sometimes you're LeBron James in a situation, and everything's flowing. Seems like the rim is 1,000 feet wide, and other times you're Drew Smith, and you need your teammates to carry you through to the end. And luckily, I have Bam Adebayo and Dwayne Wade here, who were able to carry that first segment.
Are
And they
you
touched
basically
them all.
saying you Drew Smith?
I was Drew Smith that time.
Wow, he insulted himself heavy
Yeah.
if he's calling
Yeah.
himself Drew Smith for the fact that he doesn't like Drew Smith.
Right.
I just seen the way that you guys were carrying just now, and I really was like, oh, this is what it feels like to be the 13th man on the roster. Well, you guys touched them all in the first segment. Pause. Definitely we had some NHL talk. We discussed the NBA Finals, which is tonight. And of course, really what I was doing was giving Vlad the opportunity as a fan of the Knicks to really relish this moment and start our show off today.
No. I'm petrified right now.
Are you petrified?
Yeah, bro.
Why petrified though? I think you guys.
I'm not petrified. I'm nervous, but
Yes,
it's like
that makes
it's
sense.
a happy nervous. It's not a like scared or anything like that. It's just you're right there, bro. Like you're right there.
Absolutely,
bro. You don't want to drop this out, like let this opportunity slip out your hand. So that's it.
The headlines that they brought to you in the first segment were brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your price detail. Doral Kia. Visit them at DoralKia.com. And the reason why I wasn't there was because of this weather. This weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for free roof and window estimates. Leroy, what is it looking like outside, sir?
Overcast. It looks like it could rain all day. It probably won't, but that's the look I'm getting right now. And if it rains, it's going to be a downpour. And when I mean downpour, I mean there's no wind to blow it anywhere. So whatever rain you get is going to seem like it's just raining over you. That's because there's no movement. There's a light breeze. And right now it seems like I went outside. It's got to be 80, 85 degrees. It's crazy at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's getting soupy, bro. Like
right.
It's getting what we were hoping that it wouldn't get so soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting there. So that means it's going to be
the problem is the thing that has helped us is that we've had some, uncharacteristic heat, but the humidity hasn't matched it. If the humidity gets up, then 85 is going to feel like 100.
Well,
and that's the thing that happens down here.
It's 84 degrees right now. It's 83% humidity.
Well,
that's not good.
There you go.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's why I always say I will take 115 and dry over 90-90.
You ain't got nothing to sweat.
It's all right.
You're going to be walking the streets of Vegas like the road runner.
Hey, I've done it. I lived in the Valley and I lived in Vegas. So it's,
I'm telling you what. Again, me and Tobin went to Vegas. It was 115. And we went, had a couple of cocktails the night before. Decided before the fight we was going to go down by the pool. And I'm telling you, that sun bouncing off the what is it? What's the pyramid? Luxor. The bouncing off the Luxor and hitting us. I thought I was like, I'm like, Tobin, I see spots. I was so dehydrated. He goes, you know what to fix that? A Mai Tai.
Because listen, you're either going to be quenched by the cold drink or you'll be so drunk you forget that you're hot.
No, dude, I never forgot I was hot. It was so hot. Put it this way, Vlad, you will. There's only a handful of times I've done this in my life. I call my boy and cancel golf.
Ooh. Wow, you that what? You that take it that the weather took you out?
Took me out.
Yeah,
that
that's
I was
legit.
like, yo,
How much? A lot of hydration that day.
dude, I bet you my room service bill
It had to be a lot.
was like $60, $70 just from Gatorades. I
Yeah.
had a Gatorade with me in my left hand and a Mai Tai in the right hand. I don't know if that worked the way it was
Yeah.
supposed to.
I'm not sure if it works that way, Leroy.
I don't know, but that was it. I think like it was so hot that I was like, and I'm not a big drinker, so it was so hot. I say, man, I can't drink this, but it costs $15. We'll fight through it.
Now, I know you guys touched a lot of local sports in regards to trending stories. I got a couple other headlines I wanted to run by you. Miami Dolphins, as you know, are in the middle of mandatory minicamp.
Yep.
But former Miami Dolphin man in charge finds a new job with the Detroit Lions. Did you see this, Leroy?
Chris Greer?
Former Dolphin- Chris Greer.
Chris Greer finds a job with the Lions.
Well, you know what? The Lions hired Matt Millen and had him
Yeah.
hired. They would draft three consecutive wide receivers 3 consecutive years. So I'm
Yeah.
not shocked by this.
Yeah, he is going to join them as a personnel executive. I have no idea what the hell that means.
That means he don't have no power, but he got a job.
Heard.
That's what it means.
Obviously, you know the relationship with him and Dan Campbell from whenever they spent time together in Miami, but I'm not sure if that's
crazy because remember, he wouldn't hire Dan Campbell.
Yeah, he went with Adam Gase instead.
Right.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen Le'Veon Bell making rounds calling Adam Gase the dumbest coach he's ever had. But
Oh man, jeez,
you seen that interview, bro?
I've been seeing like he's been ripping Adam Gase. Said Adam Gase definitely was on the yayo. That Adam Gase there was a game plan that he had where he was just gonna give him the ball 40 times. Like, we're not gonna throw the ball, we're gonna give you the ball 40 times. He's like, wait, what?
No, it was the opposite. It was raining that day, and Adam Gase goes up to Le'Veon Bell, and I'm sure you've had these conversations before a rainy game, Leroy, in which you probably want to plan to run the ball a lot because you're not going to be able to throw crazy elements. Instead, Adam Gase goes up to Le'Veon Bell. He says, "Hey, I'm looking to throw the ball about 40 to 50 times this game," and Le'Veon's like, "Hey, but it's going to rain," and he's like, "Yeah, but think about it. The receivers know where they're going. The corners don't know the routes."
Well, what about that slippery ball you're going to be throwing?
Yeah. Well, I looked up the stats. Sam Darnold threw the ball 48 times that game, and they lost. So there's that.
So,
and this is why,
you know what? I can honestly.
Cosigns are bad, Leroy. This is where cosigns are bad.
Right.
It's
because Adam Gase only still in the NFL or around the NFL because of Peyton Manning. The Peyton Manning cosign. That was it.
Here's what I would say. I would say that I've never had a coach that I considered didn't know what he was doing. I have had coaches where I sometimes question what they were doing. And case in point, I remember one year we played New England the first game of the season, and we had a 4-point lead with 4 minutes left to go in the game, and we had the ball.
So
we got 7 yards on first down.
So they're gonna give you the ball for 2nd and 3.
We threw the ball 2 times.
Oh.
And I remember going to the sidelines and saying to the coach, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Sometimes you try to outthink certain
No,
things.
but that's just some. Listen,
you could take a knee and get down to the 2-minute warning.
Just milk the clock. I don't get it sometimes. I don't
they
get
tried, and here's the thing. There are some people in all businesses, even the business we have that we're in, whatever business it is, there's always somebody that has power that thinks he can be an innovator and do things against the grain, and he's going to have more success. And I would say that sometimes doing the smart thing shows your abilities at that position than just trying to be so creative. You know what I mean? It's like the coach that has all the trick plays, but you got Devon Achane in the backfield that's running for 7 yards a carry. You see what I mean? Like, and there's a fine line between riding your horses and trying to be so innovative that you do nothing. And we've seen it on several occasions. One of the reasons why we used to always lose to Pittsburgh, and I remember it to the day with who's the quarterback from they used to call him Flash.
Cordell Stewart.
Cordell Stewart. Okay. One of the things that we always knew when they got near the 40-yard line, he was going to come in and play like a slot receiver that was going to run some kind of trick play. Right? We knew this. But they were running the football for 5 yards a carry. So you better stop that run.
Gotta respect it.
And guess what? Trick play, touchdown.
Ooh.
Right? But they always seem to do it at the right time.
Well, I mean, Leroy, the Super Bowl was lost because of that. That's
right. But again.
But if it worked out, oh, great play call. But when that doesn't work out.
But here's the thing, Vlad, and here's the difference between a good football coach and an innovator. Why does it always seem to work for the good coach and the innovator it always doesn't? You see what I'm saying? Because Bill Cowher built that Steelers team on physicality and aggression. So you knew every week when you played those Steelers, you had to be physical and you had to match their intensity. And then they went greatest show on turf on you. That's good coaching, right? But knowing when to do it is important. And that's one of the problems I had with the last coach. It wasn't that he wasn't inventive on offense. It was that, what are you going to do when it doesn't work? What are you going to hang your hat on? And so this Dolphins team the last 3 years would look like they straight balling in the first half of several games.
Yeah.
And then come out the second half and thought they could continue to do the things they were doing in the first half. You got to make adjustments. You know they're going to defend it. And that's where they lost games, week after week after week. So when we talk about coaching and we talk about, me and Vlad were talking about Mike Brown and the adjustments he made in the Atlanta series, right? That's good coaching, right? That's how you know you have a leader. So when you see something like that as a player, right? You're thinking oh, that's our guy. That's how we're gonna go out and ball for him.
So
because he done put us in a position to win.
Okay, piggyback from that point, right? You know, when you have say you're running a play and they can't stop it. Right. And I noticed a lot of players love the coaches that we're going to keep on running until they stop it. Like, it's more about, I know what you're going to do. You know what I'm going to do. It's all about execution. And I think my players will execute better than your players.
Correct.
So when it's simple like that, I think a lot of teams respond to it because it's not complicated. It's simple.
Right. Correct.
Man on man, beat your man. And if they can't do it, you continue doing it until they show you that they can stop it. And then when they stop it, you call another player, you alter it.
Correct.
But it's just when Those plays, are working. Somebody decides they want to be smarter than it.
Right. They try to outthink that, like if the purpose of sports is to out execute the guy across from you in any sport, and you have something that's working, I always wonder why you change it. We talk about this in baseball. You got a guy knocking the cover off the ball, and then they bring in a lefty, and you pitch hit for him. I'm like, if he's your best hitter, let's see him go lefty versus lefty. I don't care.
Baseball's with analytics though. They'll trust the analytics
but
before
guess
they
what?
trust their eyes.
Analytics don't hit home runs.
No, I totally get it. I sometimes you got to do the old eye test, Leroy. Back in my day, we didn't have these statistics.
It's funny because there's more when we think about the old coaches, the Jack McKeons, right? When we think about those guys, one of the reasons why it made them so great is they just say, I had a gut feeling. It ain't analytics. It's from being around the damn game for so many years that you get a feel for what's going on in the game. Now, we don't have that. We don't have that even in football to some extent. We just look at a damn piece of paper and determine what we should or shouldn't be doing. And I tell you what, if your team is 0 for 5 on 4th down, and you trying to decide whether I should go for it or kick a field goal, and you got to think about it, and your team is 0 for 4, shame on you.
I never.
You know you ain't gonna get it. Your team has sucked at it.
Take the point.
Right. But what do? And we say, and then the coach will get up and go into a meeting after a game and said, well, the sheet said you're the damn coach. The sheet ain't getting paid $5 million, $10 million a year. That means you got that job because you know better. You got a better feel for what's going on.
All the coaches play Madden. That's what it is, man. They all play Madden. They do. They go for a 4th down like Brandon Staley. I was like, oh, yeah, you play Madden.
But there's one guy that I never question if he goes for it. That's Dan Campbell.
Or Andy Reid.
Or Philly. You know why? Because whenever they line up and go for it on 4th down, we thinking up 1st down, right? You thinking that. They may not get it, but they're notorious for getting 4th downs. So but everybody don't have it like that.
That's one where the gut feeling aligns with the statistics.
Hey, listen. You can't use the same sheet that Philly use on 4th and 1. Right?
Yeah, it's not the same.
But we all got a universal analytics sheet. Right? The analytics ain't telling you that Philly is 4 for 4 on 4th and 1 and you 0 for 4, but you gonna use the same piece of paper Philly using? Absolutely not.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, day to day, what celebrity birthdays will we be celebrating? What national holiday is it? And then we'll get back into some headlines. We got some big stories around the NFL, NHL, and NBA. More Tobin and Leroy when we come back. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show, hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. I want to begin this with some interesting birthdays, although I will say it's not a plethora of celebrities, but a couple names you may recognize for day to day. Let's start off in honor of the French Open with this guy here, Rafael Nadal. Guys know how old this gentleman is turning today?
38.
Okay, 38. Vlad, what do you think?
He's got to be old. 37?
Ooh, he hit you with the Price is Right. 40. 40 is how old Rafael Nadal is. Listen, in the NFL, this guy is ancient.
He could play quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the only thing he can't do, play quarterback.
Or kicker.
For sure.
I'll still take him to play.
Oh, yeah. I'll
still take him in the clay courts.
How about this gentleman? I think Leroy, you may know this person's name. I'm pretty sure, Vlad, you know this name as well. Dave East.
The
rapper Dave East.
Podcaster. Yeah, I know him.
How old do you think he's turning today?
Mid-30s. It's got to be like 35, 36.
38?
Mm-hmm.
Not too far off. We got another celebrity here.
Well,
Yo, I had my sneeze robbed from me, though. It was like right there. And then it was like, nah, not anymore.
Really?
The gentleman, Silver Fox. Anderson Cooper.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Red Fox.
No.
We're talking about my friend Dennis, the Fox, Silver Fox.
Oh, no. It's Anderson Cooper. You guys know how old he's turning today?
66.
Ooh, pretty good. Leroy, any guesses?
Anderson Cooper, he's in his 50s. He's like 53, 54.
He's 60, buddy.
59.
Wow.
Okay, he's right there. Right there for sure. And this is one for sure I know Leroy doesn't know, but I'm hoping Vlad knows. I'm pretty sure Vlad knows ball. So I think he knows this person. Jade Cargill.
Oh, that's the finest. Oof.
Hey, she's a WWE wrestler.
Huh?
Yeah. If you see Jade Cargill, Leroy, you'd be like,
Jade
Cargill.
Pretty good.
Oh, look, it came right up. Let me see.
Yeah, she should play Storm in the next X-Men movie.
I was just thinking the same thing. Or she could be the you know who else she could be in Mortal Kombat? The chick with the face.
The chick with the face.
With the teeth come out her face.
Oh, Melina.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say Jade is in her mid-30s, so she's either 34 or I'm gonna go 35.
Leroy?
See, I don't know how long she's been around. I'm gonna say she's 30.
34, Vlad.
Had
it right there.
I know my yardies. Hey, no, she should make it. She's from here. She's from the state of Florida.
Okay.
She's from the state of Florida. She's married to Cincinnati Reds, former Cincinnati Reds second baseman Brandon Phillips. And yeah, she's fine.
Before we go to break here, I want to remind you of the text contest we got going on here. The summer of soccer is here, and we're giving away soccer swag bundles. This one's going to be valued at around $250, and that's courtesy of Sinbad Sports and the Coral Ridge Mall in Fort Lauderdale.
We're 2 weeks away.
We are 2 weeks away from the big game or the big tournament. I love how everyone has to like dance around these things. Like the big soccer tournament's coming, and we're like, we know what you're talking about, dude. Text the word Jersey to 20357. That's JERSEY to 20357. More information, go to WQAM.com. This is a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, second hour of the show. Stay tuned right here to Tobin and Leroy. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show, hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and kick things off with some headlines. These headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your price Cito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or doralkia.com. Tonight, we got the New York Knicks facing off against the San Antonio Spurs in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Yesterday was Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, which was a great game. Carolina Hurricanes have been bludgeoning opponents. They're 12-1 in their run to the Stanley Cup Final, but yesterday was a historic win for the Knights. Entering Tuesday, teams were 0-55 when down multiple goals at any point in the Stanley Cup Final of Game 1. Carolina actually had a 2-0 lead, seeing as they scored within like the first 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, you know what? It's weird because we've been on the other side of that when the Panthers get after a team right away, and then you're like hanging on for dear life, and you paying attention even more because you know we only one goal away from an empty netter, or we only it's crazy. The excitement, the ebbs and flows of hockey, but man, that was a good game.
Yeah, that was the third fastest goal in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final, but it did not help them.
As you would know this. How often in a finals does a team give up a 2-goal lead? Not really, right? Because it's so defensive.
No, it's weird.
Right.
Hockey's one of the weird. No, you can like. All it takes is one goal to go in, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. Oh, it's,
and then they scored 2 in the next 3 minutes.
And then exactly.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. You ever see somebody score a goal and then 8 to 10 seconds later they just another goal scored, and it's like, damn.
Right. It happens all the
Like, aren't you ready? But it happens. That's the action of the game. So,
yeah, the guy doesn't even get to announce who made the goal on who was on the assist before the other one's already in.
Yeah, that's the only sport where there's like a 2 or 3 minute delay before they announce all the assists and the goal. Right? They'll be playing
everything's
hockey.
Got to be right. They got to make sure they got it right. Sometimes we'll say that so and so scored, and then the replay, it's like, oh, it was deflected or tipped in by somebody, and so they went from scoring the goal to having an assist in the goal.
Right.
So they get things right. They get it right in hockey.
We'll continue to monitor the Stanley Cup Final. Hopefully it remains as exciting as it has been. Some other news out of the NFL. I know that we discussed all the big moves from 2 days ago, but quietly,
Aaron Donald's coming back, right?
Oh my God!
That's what everybody's been saying.
That's what Pat McAfee said yesterday. That apparently he's eyeing a return. He's posting all these subliminals on his Instagram. He said he's 35 and he's got to see if he can light that fire back up. But listen, if there's anything that'll help light a fire, it's putting another Hall of Famer right next to you, which will help alleviate all those double teams.
And going back to your team who has the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, and it so happens that the Super Bowl is being played in the same place you won your only Super Bowl, which is your home stadium in Los Angeles. Could you imagine having to face Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett?
No.
I'm trying to think. What was the closest thing?
I thought that too, and these are the ones. This is the one that I came up with. I guess I'm local with it, of course, but Cam Wake and Sue, and even then,
dude.
Yeah, no, this is different.
Dude. Don't insult them two men.
And come on.
That ain't taking nothing away from Cam Wake, and that ain't taking nothing from Indominus. Okay.
Yeah.
Cam Wake should make the Hall of Fame.
maybe Neil Smith and Derek Thomas. Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah. But again,
But Neil Smith
Neil
is
Smith
still
would
Aaron
have to be.
Donald.
Wait, think about this.
Oh God.
Derek Thomas is in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But Neil Smith would have to be Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
And that it's not
He's
even
not.
close.
Yeah, no, these two would 99 and 95 would
It would be the equivalent of having Warren Sapp and it would be the equivalent of having who? Warren Sapp and LT on the same field.
yeah.
Like these are some
that's basically what you're talking about.
these are some of the comparisons that they're giving as far as edge rushing duos of all time. Now they say that the undisputed best pass rusher.
Aaron
But that's
Donald
the
is not an
thing.
edge rusher.
Aaron Donald's not an edge rusher.
That's the problem. You got to take a guy. You got to pick an inside guy.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is too hard to Google.
It would be the equivalent to say like a John Randall and an LT.
They have oh my God, the hell? That's like an all-star team from hell.
Right.
Well, you know, these are the names essentially they put. They had JJ Watt and Clowney from 2014.
No,
they're two outside guys.
Yep. Now these are all edge rushers.
You got to pick an inside Hall of Famer. So John Randall, you have to pick Warren Sapp,
Reggie.
No, Reggie's outside, but Reggie moved around.
That's what
Reggie
I'm saying.
Reggie
so
could be
Aaron.
No, but Reggie could be Myles Garrett.
Right, but he moved around in that line. That's because Aaron would be inside. He could be outside. Like he moved around.
Right.
So that's why I'm.
So have two. It would be Myles Garrett and in the inside Myles Garrett.
They got
right. Like I mean, dude, this we have never. If he comes back, right,
and he's 80% of who he was.
Right. And here's the deal: we've had defensive lines that collectively have been so dominant without necessarily having a Hall of Fame guy, right? When you think about Philly, right, how they got after it. When you think about back in the day, Seattle, right? I mean, there's been defensive lines that collectively were unstoppable.
What do you know about Lamar Lundy?
Huh?
Because they're saying that the consensus for greatest defensive lineman duo in NFL history belongs to the LA Rams pair of Deacon Jones and Lamar Lundy. But this is from the 60s. How the hell could I get that information?
Don't forget.
Yeah, but again, like Deacon Jones was like the man, right? Like, that would be a viable pair. But here's what I would say: in today's football, how athletic have offensive linemen got? How big have offensive linemen got today?
Easy. I could answer that with one player. The guy that the Dolphins just drafted.
Right.
They threw a screen to him in college, and he got 18 yards, and
Right.
it was easy for him.
Right.
Wasn't like he was struggling. He was like, oh, huffing and puffing. No, you saw a 360-pound man move like a bear.
Right. And so from that standpoint, and let's do. I'm gonna say this, and I've said this about every sport. I believe that what makes a guy a Hall of Famer means that whatever era he played in, he would adapt and be a dominant player, right? We just look at now, and older players will do this. They'll look at a Hall of Famer now and say, oh, he wouldn't have never played, but that's just because the way the game is now. That's not because of his ability. And I think we overlook that all the time when we say, oh, this guy's a Hall of Famer, but he ain't so-and-so. He would have never made it in so-and-so's era. And I say that's not entirely true. One of the things that makes you a Hall of Famer, I believe, is that you're a transcendent star, meaning that you could have played in any era. So whether you take a guy from the 60s and bring him up now, or whether you take a guy from now and bring him back to the 60s, I think that they have a skill set and a way in which they play that would make them dominant in any era.
I did notice also, by the way, as I'm looking through these lists, that Sue and Aaron Donald were actually paired together in LA. But I think now
No, Sue wasn't, but Sue's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm not trying to.
He was very good. Like, he's an all pro.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Let's not get caught up in me thinking somebody's garbage because I say they're not a Hall of Famer.
That's what you said about Serena yesterday.
What
did you say about Serena?
You said Serena was washed.
No,
she is washed.
No, I didn't. Here's Vlad.
Oh, she is washed.
Vlad, here's what I said. I said in tennis, older players come back because they enjoy competing, but they only play doubles because they can't run around like they did playing singles.
Right.
And so he took that as saying, oh, you saying Serena's washed.
No, but you also said that the GLPs have changed the shape and that you're not a fan. I think that's what you said.
No, I did not.
Okay, well, that was me.
She's not 180 anymore.
No, her body's changed. That's what happens when you have a family and everything like that. But she's also 44. And these girls are younger, twice her age.
Well, not in the doubles, though. Not in the doubles.
But here's the thing. See, okay. We all know there's certain athletes, because of who they are and what they are, people hold them to a different type of, stature.
Right.
So
she's just
Serena,
going to be an average double player.
She's going to be an average double player, but everybody, black girl power, everything, all of that, they're going to go crazy for it, and which they should. But if you're expecting her to win and be competitive, she's going to get her ass kicked a lot because I'm sorry, you haven't played competitive tennis and you're coming in, you think you're going to win with your name. Look at her sister. Her sister competes. She's competitive. She loses.
Yep.
I don't like this. Slander.
Like, what? Can I ask you a question? And this is the same with the Aaron Rodgers thing. Why, if you have anything negative to say about an old athlete, it means you don't like him?
You hate Aaron Rodgers, though. You really do hate Aaron Rodgers. You kind of hate Aaron Rodgers. But no, you're right.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers.
You kind of do.
You kind of hate him.
Here. Can I put it this way?
Yeah.
Can you love the artist but not a big fan of the person?
Oh yeah, Drizzy.
But that's where I am. Like Aaron Rodgers' antics over the last few years and some of the crazy things that he said. That's
Aaron Rodgers and Drake is a great comp. They're the same person. Sure.
Aaron Rodgers is the Drake of football.
Yeah.
He come out and throw for 3,700 yards and we all get all excited.
Yeah, but then he starts talking and you're like, oh, shut up, please.
Right. But that's what I would say about Aaron Rodgers. I don't have, and then the other thing is that if I take Aaron Rodgers' career and put another name on it, the first thing that would come to mind is he only won one Super Bowl.
No. Well, I don't say only.
Because we don't do that to Drew Brees.
But
we don't
here,
do that to Drew Brees.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
But it was a different situation. Like, think about this. Let me put it this way. The Green Bay Packers during Aaron Rodgers' tenure were more number 1 and number 2 seeds than most of the teams in the NFL.
There is another team
and came up short.
And there's a team that equals that, the New Orleans Saints.
No.
Bro, how many 1 seeds did the Saints have? Then they lost. The Saints were an 11-5 team and lost to a 7-9 team.
Yeah, I remember that, Seattle.
Okay? They lost to the Rams on, what should have been a pass interference, but they lost to the Rams.
Was that the
They
Rams or the Vikings?
No, they lost to the Rams. When the Rams
Rams?
lost, they lost to the Rams. They lost to the Vikings on that on the Miracle in Minneapolis. Okay,
Right.
they lost to Tampa Bay when Brady came in and smacked them and smacked them around, and he retired. They were the 1 seed. There's a
Right.
lot of 1 seeds the Saints have that
Okay.
Sean Payton and Breeze didn't come out of the NFC.
Then
he gets nothing. Like
he gets nothing.
No,
but neither does Aaron Rodgers. Just for me,
Leroy Hoard and others.
But and I think part of the reason why I don't and this is probably my own blind spot is because we also talking about a team that I grew up with that never had a winning record my whole childhood. Not a playoff appearance, not a division win, not a winning record. So in my first 18 years of life, the best they ever did was 8-8. So when you see them start having success, how you look at that success may be different, even though it looks the same. So that's my blind spot. And that's why I have that blind spot, right? Because I look at my team or my team I grew up with and say, well, at least they in the hunt again. They in the hunt again. They in the hunt again. I don't look at them as the Green Bay Packers. You see what I'm saying? And so, my bad. I see that might be a blind spot that I'm overlooking, that Drew Brees had the same kind of path.
Told you hate Aaron Rodgers, dude.
But then, no. But here's what I would say. That I realize that's my blind spot. But now let's look at the people and how they talk and what they say and how they carry themselves and the ayahuasca and the trips and I don't know if I'm coming back and all this, right?
Oh yeah, he is a prima donna.
Then you tend to point those things out more than with Drew Brees, who everybody, it looks like, oh shucks, what a guy, right? So that's the part of it. And that's what I've always said. I'm not taking away from Aaron Rodgers' career and what he's done. But what I'm saying is he makes it hard.
Right, but sometimes you don't separate the player and the personality.
No, I separate the art from the artist, but I don't separate the player from the personality. No.
You don't separate the player from the personality, and that's the thing. Sometimes, I mean, yes, Aaron does he have a smart ass attitude?
I don't even have a problem with that. It's the crazy stuff.
But it's the way, because the smart ass is the way he talks to people, the way he acts like he's bigger than everyone else. That I can understand. But that's outside when he's talking and he's, with McAfee. But when he's on the field, you can't deny the man and what he does on the field. So
no, I'm not.
I think sometimes people take his personality and then they include that with, oh, well, you've been 13-3 and you've had the number 1 seeds and all this. And, a lot of people know as a football player, it takes all 55, but all the accolades and all the criticism will fall on the quarterback.
I try very hard, and I say this all the time. I try very hard to separate the artist from the art, right? And I try to do this all the time. Sometimes it becomes harder, like what Vlad is talking about. Like, if you don't like the artist, sometimes you nitpick at the art. And I think that's what I might be guilty of. But it's not for me discrediting what he's done. It's what
finally revealed his wife 2 weeks ago.
What?
No, that's not his wife.
That's his wife. Yeah. Brittany. Starlight.
Starlight?
Doesn't that seem like right up his alley though? And listen, I am not commenting on her looks. Beautiful young woman.
She is beautiful.
Don't even really care. I'm not even talking about that.
That's
I'm talking
not his
about-
wife.
She definitely look like she smokes and does ayahuasca.
For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Right up his alley. But isn't that like someone named Starlight? Is that not like right up?
Yep.
Like, is that not something he would do?
Yep.
But let's see if this is a real person and not just what like
should've said
AI.
AI.
nowadays. I'm not sure because I'm not sure of anything nowadays being
You sure this
AI.
is not AI?
Look, it's from
really centered in the middle of that. That's a big ass white truck right there.
Suburban.
Yeah.
The first comment on here. She was awesome in Coyote Ugly. That's messed up. Who said that?
Hey, but what's her name was in there? Who's the black mom? She was in there too.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Damn. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Oh, everyone is saying that. Well, not everyone.
yeah,
People are actually questioning it.
Yet it says the sports troll. Who didn't she date? She was in that music video.
Which
with
one?
oh, man, she had a show too. She had a
You talking about Tyra Banks?
Tyra Banks, yeah.
Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
And Piper Peribo was the other one.
Yeah.
I
Those were the
think
two main stars.
my comment would be on the page, post Melanie instead of post Malone. I'd probably go and say that this is AI, but it just looks like it's something he would do. This
Nah.
all makes sense.
How you go from models and now I'm not discrediting her.
That is so true, Date South.
Date South says she looks like she greets you by saying blessings.
Blessings. Blessings, my youth.
She looks like she refers to it as Mother Earth.
Oh, she definitely says Mother Earth. Everything's
Or she doesn't shave her legs.
Oh, definitely not.
She may shower
Definitely not.
maybe once a week.
All right, I can feel Brittany and J Fig yelling at us from wherever they're at right now because
J Fig's on a cruise. Who cares?
it's true. She's enjoying the lifestyle.
And you see Tobin catching rodents.
Yeah, what is that animal?
I don't know.
Wait. He's catching rodents at the nut?
I don't know
I
where
don't know
he
where
is,
he is,
actually.
dude, but he's chasing down some type of rodent that I like let me tell you something about intangibles.
Where is he?
Why do they feel like every animal wants to be caught? That animal look like he don't want to be trifled with.
Yeah, no, I don't. This is a very strange looking animal here.
Look at that, Vlad.
Do you
Look at
see
the
this?
animal.
It looks like a mongoose almost.
It looks like a baby anteater.
What kind of animal is this? And where is he?
Why do you guys love furry creatures?
And wait, here's the other thing.
I really don't understand.
Here's the other thing,
Yeah,
which is more amazing than anything.
he named him Kenny.
Which is more amazing than anything.
You killed Kenny. Yes.
Where are they staying that these things are just roaming around where you could catch them?
That's
It'd
really
be
what I was
different if he
wondering.
was in the woods chasing it.
He said Leroy would judge me for the amount of Central American rodents I've tried to catch so far. Central American? Is he out of the country?
Yeah.
Central
That's
America.
a Cody.
Wait a minute. You know
That
what
is
that
a
means?
Cody. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Oh, you know where he is? Are you tracking him down?
It's happened. Jay Gatto was right.
Oh
He's
no.
looking for mules for his hopium runs. That's what it is. That's why he's in Central America. He's looking for mules so he can have his hopium run. Right now, he's gone for a week, but he's definitely, there's Giannis news in his mind or Heat news in his mind that he wants to release to the world. So therefore, he's in Central America getting new rodents for his hopium run.
Can an intangible please tell me
Yeah.
why y'all feel it necessary to catch stuff?
Aren't you loved enough?
Let that thing minding his own business. He probably terrified of
Clearly.
a big ass intangible coming running at him, right?
Yeah.
And Tobin wanted to catch him and cuddle with him.
Strange. We're gonna take a break.
It's one simple. I think they weren't loved enough.
That's what it is.
Yes, I don't know, man.
It's when you're not loved enough.
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Dear,
My man
dear
did wear.
those.
Hey, he did wear his top hat to the party though.
There you go. He's breaking the cycle, Leroy. He's
Yeah.
showing the love he never got.
He was
I
a only child, so maybe he used to catch critters and keep them as a.
You're my friend now.
Yeah, no, he would force them to listen to his takes. He's like, "This Patrick Ewing." he has iguanas lined up in the backyard. Like, I'm telling you this, Patrick Ewing.
And he got Sonny Bunny. The iguanas want to run away, but Sonny Bunny's standing next to him, so they feel like they need to just stay in line.
He'll never be Alonzo. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the Heat's big package.
Hey, yo.
Sorry. Giannis. The rumors, they're swirling. We'll discuss them when we come back on the Tobin and Leroy show.
What's up?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on a lovely, lovely Wednesday. It is a Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin out for the week. He maybe in Central America, apparently. We have no clue, really. We have no clue what he's doing. Just the animals he's capturing.
He's looking for new runners, man. Some new runners.
That is indeed what he is looking for. And speaking of our old show pony, it'd be a good time right now to discuss the latest in the Miami Heat's attempts to lure in one final whale for Pat Riley. The Miami Heat have emerged as front runners to acquire two-time NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. A reported trade package makes the Heat stand out amongst interested teams, according to Miami Herald reporter Barry Jackson. Miami's offer includes Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., the number 13 pick of the 2026 NBA draft, and 2 future first-round picks. Now, this, of course, would be accompanied with some pick swaps, but hearing that package, what do you think, Vlad? I'm sorry, Leroy. Do you think that is something that the Milwaukee Bucks will be interested in? Do you think that's something that the Miami Heat should be giving up for Giannis? What do you think of that package?
That's giving up a lot. I mean, because here's the other thing. I'm always against getting too old. Right?
All right. Yes.
And when I say that, I do realize that most of your stars are a little bit older.
Yes.
But when you get rid of that much youth, it makes your team even older.
It's 31 years old. Is that
Giannis?
too old for you, though? Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 2 years older than Bam.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I really think
here's what I would say.
Yeah.
Can I get from Giannis the amount of years that it would take for us to then get a first-round pick back?
Ooh, that's a good call. So if
you see what I'm saying?
We're giving away 26. We're going to be giving away 2. So, but you can't give away consecutive. You can't give away consecutive years.
28
right?
and 30.
Damn, that is crazy.
So you're talking about 4
seasons,
4 years.
Yeah, I got right. 4. I got 4 years in Giannis, though.
Okay, so that's how I look at it.
That's a good call.
Now,
that's a good call there.
Now, the other thing is that I need to make sure I keep Wiggins.
Oh, okay. That's who you're prioritizing, Wiggins? Of the remaining roster.
Of the remaining roster.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But doesn't Wiggins, what do you put Wiggins at the 2 then, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Or is he coming off the bench? And then what do you do with Norman Powell?
Norman Powell's going to be between him.
He's going to come off the bench now.
Yeah.
He said that. Norm at the end, after the injury.
Yeah.
He was being a good soldier because he didn't want to, he didn't want to mess up what was going on inside. But
I think Norm would take the role that Tyler Hero should have had last year.
Right, but Tyler's
gone.
But Tyler's headspace was, I should be a starter.
Which again,
I was hurt.
And Vlad, the biggest issue I have with all of this, okay, and I'm from a football background, so bear with me. The first thing they tell you when you walk into a football locker room is leave your ego at the door. Okay,
it's 55 of y'all.
But
there's only 15 on the court. There's only 15 in the NBA.
But what I would say this is with Tyler. I believe if I give you the money and you get maxed out, I should be able to use you the way I see fit for this franchise because I have already determined your importance by what I'm paying you. And I don't care what you think. We've already shown you what we think of you. You understand what I'm saying? And I think too many times during the course of these last couple of years, Spo has cared about feelings instead of production. What best fits the Miami Heat has always been the most important thing. And I don't know if they thought that. They didn't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, he does do a weird thing that goes beyond basketball. You know, he's not a guy who will get caught up too much in analytics. He's like karma of the game or stuff like that. And I'm like, man, just play the tall guy.
But then with the same breath saying all that and earning this and earning that or whatever, he'll just put Tyler back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, correct. To appease
Tyler.
Tyler, yeah.
And I'm not and this is not a knock on Tyler.
Well,
right?
I mean, look, assuming Tyler's gone and assuming that you have to obviously hold on to the pieces that you already have with Norman Powell there, and you know what should be happening, but you also know the reality of the situation with NBA stars sometimes in regards to ego and whatever the case may be. So with Andrew Wiggins and Norman Powell essentially playing similar roles kind of to Giannis, of those two, who are you going to move forward with if you're the Miami Heat franchise, Norman Powell or Andrew Wiggins?
The better trade value is Tyler.
Right.
Well, Tyler's gone.
Younger.
No. Assuming Tyler's gone. Assuming Tyler was gone to acquire Giannis.
If you
need Norm.
You got to keep out. Then you got to keep Norm.
That's what I'm saying. Because when this conversation started, essentially, and we discussed the trade package that Barry Jackson had just proposed, which sends Tyler away, and we discussed the remaining roster, Leroy's first essential priority was maintaining Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, because he never wants any of his favorites to go.
He loves Andrew Wiggins, but
you understand? Understand? It's a slick move by Leroy.
Wait, you don't think? Wait a minute.
Let me say your slick move.
Go ahead.
Leroy pulls a reverse Tobin in that he knows Tyler's the one that everybody wants to go. So he's gonna push Tyler to have Andrew Wiggins in the background. So once Tyler goes out, then you gotta keep Wiggins because it's gonna be, hey,
Wiggins.
We need another wing. We need a wing. We need a defender. We just let Tyler go. So you're gonna be like, yeah, we just let Tyler go. We gotta keep Wiggy. That's how he keeps his guy. It's
but okay. So now
you're pulling a Tobin without the antics.
I think Wiggins is more important to this team than Tyler and Norm.
And that's why it's easy to push those two first.
Right.
And keep your guy.
So then you're saying essentially when the dust settles, Tyler's in Milwaukee, then you are saying trade Norman Powell. Because Norman's not coming off the bench.
Resign him.
Norm could come off the bench.
He's not coming off the bench.
But no, now look at your team right now.
He's an all-star.
What's the trade? You trading Khalil? Are you trading
So this is the proposition that Barry Jackson had proposed, that this is the package the Miami Heat have offered. It is Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., the number 13th pick of this draft, and 2 future first-round picks. So assuming that, let's just say that this one goes through, that Tyler, Khalil, Jaime head on over, and you're stuck with the remainder of the roster.
So what you're getting is one unbelievable player for 3 rotational players.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have to keep
pretty good players, though.
No, they are pretty good players. I mean, one was in an all-star.
That means you got Pella moving up. You got Yakachonis moving up.
Yeah.
But you got your veterans and Wiggins.
Jokic is gonna have to move up.
Jokic,
gonna what's off night? Off night's gonna
Davion.
Davion's
gonna basically be your point
but
guard.
but your back your lineup is looking like Davion.
Davion's gonna come off the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if they move Yakichonas up.
Yeah, I mean, I would understand that because he would have less responsibility from a scoring position. Because you put him in the second lineup, he comes in the second lineup. You're gonna want some points out of him. But if you put him in the first lineup and he can dish to other people,
yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, he's right. Like Norm is gonna. He's been playing and working for this contract for a long time. He's gonna want to get paid. Might be his last chance of making some significant amount of money
for sure. And he's right off of an All-Star year.
An All-Star year. A lot of money. So therefore, he's gonna want some money. He's gonna want, or at least he's gonna want a clear, concise role because he thought he was a starter last year, and there was, like you said, we had people were walking on eggshells because nobody knew what was going on with Tyler and everything like that. You make that trade, it's great. You get Giannis back. You're losing 3 significant players, and you're losing future assets. So are you going to be willing? Are you going to be able to get those? You're going to have to look for those Max Strus and what's his name? The one that stole money from the Lakers without using a
Vincent.
Kendrick Nunn.
Oh, Kendrick Nunn.
Nunn. First Kendrick Nunn, then Gabe Vincent. They all took money from the Lakers without using a weapon. So you're gonna have to find those type of guys, the Caleb Martins again. Like you're gonna have to find those guys.
Yeah, but that's the easy part. The easy part is finding role guys.
We've been doing that for 10 years.
The hard part is getting a consistent 5 that you can depend on most nights. They haven't had that in 3 years.
But a lot of those consistent 5 are rotational players. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, they just moving up. Like they're young guys who were rotational players that it's time to move up.
The what's his name? Keyshawn Johnson is gonna have to move up.
No. He's
Vlad Golden. Let's go.
No. Yes, change the name.
So
Vladimir?
Just
bless you, Leroy.
No Vlad. Only one Vlad here.
Big V.
So I do I think it's doable. Right? Because think about this. I think with those guys gone, it almost makes the roster more definitive, like roles. And that's without knowing what Norm's role going to be or whether he wants it. Right? I'm always going to say this. He has earned the right to make his own decision. He doesn't have to settle because he was an all-star, because he's a scorer. So from that standpoint, if it works out, fine. I'm not going to be mad at him. That dude he been fighting for 10 years trying to get that one contract, right? And he still hasn't really gotten it. So go ahead on to get your money if that's the case. However, what it does, it makes the roles more definitive. And I think that's a good thing. Like if you can get 5, every night, this is my starting 5. I don't have to play games with, this time I'm going to use him, this I'm going to use him, I'm going to use him. It's definitive. Like even with playing games with Kalel, now you have to get a big, this guy's coming in to give Bam a break, right? Like you know how everything is going to work out. I just think that having a roster that's more definitive helps them out more than who's doing it, but more what they're going to be asked to do.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, final segment of the second hour here on Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show, ladies and gentlemen, live here on a hump day. Wednesday.
Hey,
Yes.
Smeathan is killing us.
Yeah, I did see what he was saying.
You're focusing on how to replace some windshield wipers when you're getting a top tier
Yeah,
engine.
I mean, he's got a point.
Followed by dudes getting served a Kobe's beefsteak and worried about what garden salad it comes with.
Hey, man. Sometimes the wrong salad will ruin a meal.
Nope. I
Not
can't
for you.
remember the last time I ate a salad before a meal.
I do it sometimes just to be courteous at like weddings.
Because you know a big ass piece of meat is coming soon.
Yeah.
I
But you know, I do a little.
I don't even eat it at the I don't even eat it at like a wedding or something or a dinner. When it's on your table.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Guys, I got a story for you. I got a crazy story. I know we don't have a lot of time in this segment here, so this will be perfect for that. Are you guys familiar with the biggest YouTuber in the world, Mr. Beast?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Beast does these crazy videos sometimes, these crazy contests, whatever, in which the prize is usually something that's extravagant. This video was called 100 Pilots Compete for an Airplane, in which 100 pilots had their hand on an airplane, and the last person to remove their hand from said airplane would win the plane. Now, it came down to 3 final members that ended up having a discussion in which they agreed that 2 of them would release their hand, leaving the final winner with his hand held. But it was a determining, are they going to go back on their word, whatever the case would be. Long story short, they remove their hand, and this guy ends up winning the plane. Very emotional moment that you can see right here on the top. 2 people, and you see him crying as it's shocking.
Oh, the brother wins.
The brother wins. Yes, he does.
I love how even when he won, he still didn't take his hand off the plane.
Still didn't take his hand off the plane for sure. So those 2,
Nice
they had a
plane.
gentleman. It is a nice plane. I love that you guys are not acknowledging what's on the bottom here. And let me explain what's going on here, because this gentleman who has since won this plane from Mr. Beast. Yes, sir.
Was he also on the bottom getting arrested and being
a man who won a private jet at Mr. Beast contest was arrested after allegedly co-piloting a plane carrying 577 pounds, $3.6 million worth of marijuana from Paraguay. Brown, who is famously the winner of the Mr. Beast challenge, was detained after anti-drug agents found the 577 pounds of high THC marijuana, and he has since been released. Just this was not the plane that he won here. He was just accused of co-piloting the plane. He is just an accomplice, ladies and gentlemen.
Are they gonna take the other plane back from him?
Now, the other plane, I did some other research to find out, did he really win that plane, or was this essentially a scam?
Fins Up is saying they released him. There wasn't enough evidence.
Yes, he has since been released for sure. There apparently 577 pounds was not enough evidence, but
yeah, but he wasn't piloting. He might not know what was on there.
Co-pilot.
Hold on.
I mean, it's 577 pounds, Leroy. That is
that
quite a bit of merchandise. That
sounds like why Tobin's in Central America right now.
It is very interesting that all of a sudden we no longer can see. I mean, come on, that is quite. You're not going to notice those things being loaded into the.
That plane must have stunk.
We're talking about 577 pounds, Leroy. But hey, listen, innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what's going on there. I just think that's an amazing story. That hey, listen, this is capitalizing off of an opportunity that was blessed upon you, and I appreciate his entrepreneurial spirit. If I'm being honest.
Look, here Fins Up. Following interviews and a review of the evidence, prosecutors determined that Brown was not connected to the alleged smuggling operation and ordered his release.
Correct. Free my dog. Well, he's already free because he didn't do anything.
Right.
But irony.
Could you imagine though? Hey, co-pilot. Anybody else smell that?
Smell like skunks? Are we trying? Are we transporting
Pretty
skunks?
loud in here. It's pretty loud in here.
Very weird odor we are transporting. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's one of these old planes that has that weird smell.
Hey, thank God he didn't use his plane.
Absolutely. Before we go to break here, let's go ahead and give you a weather report for the hour. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storm rolls in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimates. Leroy?
Two things.
All right.
I would say mostly cloudy, but I'm going to just call it cloudy.
Cloud.
Now, I don't see no sun, no chance of sun. And the winds are very light, and it looks like it could rain at any moment in time, so be ready. And it's a hot one. It's got to be pushing 90 degrees. Now, in other news, Tropical Storm Amanda is out there.
Wow. All right. Well, look, we will
and that's cool because we work with Tropical Storm Amanda, and she packs a mean punch. So y'all be ready. Just in case, keep your eye on the cone of uncertainty.
Put it this way. She might have been on that plane.
All right, we'll come back with another hour of the Tobin and Leroy show right here on 104.3 WQAM. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is the 12 o'clock hour here on the program. We're going to keep things going as we have been. Tobin out, Fig out, Vlad, Leroy, Frogboy in. I'll be hosting all week while we wait for the return of our show pony. Let's go ahead and get to some headlines. These headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. Headlines here. Your Miami Marlins.
Good game.
They're looking to keep it going, baby. Another 7-3 victory. That's 2 in a row. And they're back at it actually in an hour.
Is it afternoon?
Yeah,
Getaway day.
enough. But
Nice.
isn't that weird? Because they're in Washington. It's a 105 game.
Mm-hmm.
So in Washington, what? It's like
105.
no way.
Same
yeah.
time, really?
Oh, it's yeah, I'm sorry. I confused it.
It's
I was
not
like,
Seattle, B.
That's
it's
what I thought.
Washington, D.C. He's thinking Seattle -1.
Oh
That's
my
fair.
goodness. But
No,
yeah.
that's not.
Vlad, you got control of it.
-1.
Common mistake there. I was like, for a second, I was like, are they playing at 10 o'clock? Hey, listen.
Dude.
What time do they play football at? I don't know. It's just too early for me.
So
Imagine.
East Coast games that start at 1 start at 10 on the West Coast.
That's what I'm saying. That's
But a
why,
West
that's
Coast
way
game-
too early.
Hold on. All West Coast games usually start at 1 unless you have a Sunday night or Monday night game. Then it starts at like 5.
Unless they want to be special and they want like a 3:35 game, like they want a 12:30 game in the West Coast.
No, they won't do that.
Yeah, they have.
No,
Yeah.
not football.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about baseball. Not
No, I'm
football.
talking about football.
Oh, no. Yeah,
I'm talking about football. Football, the
Yeah,
West
4
Coast
p.m.
games
or
always start at
4:25.
1 unless it's a nighttime game.
Now,
Yeah.
shout out to the NBA Finals for doing it right, though, and starting a basketball game at a correct time of 8:30 p.m. tonight.
That's because it's East Coast.
Well, thank God, because
No.
Oh no,
What time-
it's at San Antonio actually.
Right.
what
So
time
it's
did
gonna
that
start at 7:40 there?
That's great. That's great though. Super Bowl starting at like 4 p.m. I hated that. That was stupid.
Why?
Because I don't want to watch it early. I'm here. It's a party. It's it's an event. Imagine a concert that started at 4 p.m.
The reason why I think there's one or two things should happen for the Super Bowl. Monday should either be a holiday
Yeah.
or the Super Bowl should start earlier.
Earlier.
I like the fact that the Super Bowl started at 4. Because it's not going to get over till 8
It
or
is
9.
start at 4. Starts
It
at
felt
6.
like 4. Felt like
6. But I
Starts
wish
at
it would start. I
6:18.
wish it would start a couple hours earlier.
It's too early, bro.
No, it's
because,
not.
I gotta get up.
Dude, let me tell you
gotta-
something. For the last, I don't know how many years, Tobin been coming over my house
Yeah.
and bringing kids or whatever. They go swimming or what have you. They got to leave at halftime.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Because-
tired.
Huh?
They're probably tired from all the cooking and playing.
No. He has to leave my house early because
and he has
he
to
got to
drive
get his
up.
kids home because they got school and everything the next day.
Well, then, yeah, the next day should be a day off.
Right. I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't care. Look, for me, it's no big deal because I'm always at my house. Right? But people that come over that have kids, they always leave at like halftime going, I got to go, we got to get up in the morning. So I don't know why the NFL hasn't figured that out yet. Like, let's make it enjoyable for everybody.
I don't know, man. I like the later start because it gives me more time to get ranch from CVS.
Dude, let me tell you something. Vlad,
It's the best ranch.
I told him to bring some ranch one time.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, he went to CVS, right? That's the famous CVS.
Oh, you
store.
never.
no,
Okay,
when you go to
that's not-
Walgreens
I went
and
to
there's a Publix
Walgreens.
like in the same strip mall down the way.
But it's real quick though. In and out at
Dude,
Walgreens.
Can I just tell you, there's
Self-checkout.
certain things that I'm not going into a drugstore to buy.
Hmm.
Milk.
Hmm.
I'm not going into into there to buy
Eggs.
eggs or any like mayo mustard ketchup.
Nah, you're missing out.
I'm missing
Condiments?
out.
You can get condiments. Milk and eggs totally makes sense why you wouldn't get that from Walgreens.
They had to have a born on date on that on ranch.
I mean, it was a little bit of dust on it, but it's fine.
Disgusting.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You guys act like you've never had an egg.
My whole party with bubble guts.
No, you guys have never had an egg from a gas station?
No.
Oh, what are you? You're not even living then.
Except when I was younger, out of that jar. I don't even like pickled eggs.
All right, so you've had it. I had one the other day. Actually,
garbage.
had a 2-pack. Let's get you a couple other headlines. We mentioned actually a couple days ago talking about NFL news that all these moves were made and we got sidetracked here. As I didn't get to shout out my boy Drake London. Drake London becomes the 3rd highest paid receiver in the NFL.
Out of curiosity.
Yes.
And I don't want to discredit anything he's done because he's their number one. But when I say name the top 2 highest paid.
Yes.
Do you consider him in that class?
I do not. How about I name these top 5 names that he's around?
Okay, go.
And you tell me which one of these names doesn't fit.
Right.
You know?
And look, sometimes it's our fault because we haven't. How much have we paid attention to Drake London?
I definitely have not. I'd say I know the same thing that you do, that he's their number one, but
right.
I haven't,
Right. So you're getting paid for being a number one.
Let's see. We have Jackson Smith-Njigba, who is
just won the offensive player of the year, even though they put defensive player of the year on the trophy.
That's crazy. Highest paid wide receiver right now with $42 million
a year.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jamar Chase, second place with $40 million.
Yep.
Drake London, like we just mentioned, is third place with $35.25 million, and the 2 people right underneath him are Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb.
Now,
come on now.
That right. Who's number 6?
I don't know. I'll definitely look up number 6 now. But if you just want a quick analysis of his production, more or less, he had some injury issues, so he sat out a couple games. He sat out 5 games, but he had 68 catches for 919 yards with 7 touchdowns. And
that was last year.
Yeah.
What about before then?
24
what was his big year?
24, he had 100 catches for 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns.
That sounds like a slot receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had a great quarterback, I guess.
Yeah, no, like that plays into it also. That maybe they're looking at it as, damn, if we get somebody to throw it to him, But if I ask you, of those top 5 guys, right, who you want, Drake London's 5.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's only because you only gave me choice of those 5.
For sure. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Let me find out what 6 is, because you're right. Because I could potentially find out 6 and be like, well, now he's 7 based off.
Would you take him over AJ Brown? Would you take him over Devontae Adams?
I'm sorry, Devontae Adams, or Devontae Smith,
or Devontae Smith, right?
And you know what, AJ Brown, I think is a better receiver, but I just think he's such a headache that I don't even want to deal with him.
I think the thing with AJ Brown is
Scary Terry in Washington. I'll take him over him as well.
Right. But here's the deal with AJ Brown. I'm gonna call it. He makes plays and he catches the ball, but he's a guy who catches a lot of passes under stress, meaning that you very rarely see him where there's a lot of separation and you just kind of have to throw it up to him. Right? So on film, it looks like you just taking a shot with him. But the reality of it is that when a quarterback sometimes looks that way, he looks covered. And guys like that would tell you, just throw me the ball. I've proven that I could catch those. But as a quarterback, you feel uncertain because you never see any real separation. And I think that's the crux of sometimes the issues between him and his quarterback. That's not taken away from how great he is. Dude can catch anything anytime you throw it. But as a quarterback, if you read the defense, you're just taking a leap of blind faith when you look that way. And there's been other receivers who were like that, right? But the receivers who have the most success are the guys that, say, for example, Randy Moss. If Randy Moss looked covered, throw it up, he ain't gonna be covered much longer. Right? And you work. Same thing with Tyreek. If Tyreek is running even with somebody and you chuck it up, you know Tyreek gonna leave him. I can't say that about AJ Brown. And so it becomes more of a trust thing.
Who would you rather have, Jalen Waddle or Drake London?
Drake London.
Well, now with that being said, Tua has an opportunity with, better running back.
We just assuming Tua gonna be the starter.
Oh yeah, just for health reasons, right? Is Penix even going to be healthy?
Yeah.
I think.
But if you go those other 5 guys, those other 4 guys.
Yeah. And then there's other names, actually. Like, for example, Terry McLaurin.
McLaughlin. Was it McLaughlin?
McLaren.
Sarah McLaughlin out of the Washington Commanders.
I take him.
First of all, we're not doing that.
He's just on his rookie contract, though, right?
No, he's not.
Oh, he got paid.
Terry McLaughlin.
31.
Oh, remember he held out last year.
Yeah, he got a raise.
He has the hands of an angel. I'm sorry, I'll take my -1.
Vlad, you can tell by the way this show is going. Keep your finger close, man.
Dude,
keep it close. It's on.
It's on. I button ready to press at every given moment now.
Maybe it was the note. Let me try again.
No, don't. No.
All right, well, that's fair. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back on the program, we will determine whether or not we are rats off a ship. Next on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tobin and Leroy show. We are live with our favorite segment to play on a Wednesday, Rats Off a Ship. I will throw out some topics to you guys, and you will determine where your rats lie.
Marcos, rats off a ship.
Oh, already, huh?
On you.
I was waiting for the topic. I realized I was the topic. Rats off a ship.
Nah.
All right, number one on our board today, Leroy. I will start with you. The NBA Finals going 7 games. You rats off a ship on that?
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
I either think whoever wins it'll win it in 6.
Oh, okay. Vlad, what do you think? 7 games, or are you rats off a ship?
No, I'm rats off a ship.
Oh, you also don't think it'll go 7. Okay.
Rats off a ship.
Now I'm assuming you're thinking the Knicks will get it done. How many games are you gonna call it?
However it takes to get 4 wins out of 7.
Heard. Okay. So you're kind of like when people
I
ask,
hate saying this is going 7 because then you're assuming that your team's gonna lose. Now, nobody goes in any game thinking their team's gonna lose. Now, do you think your team can lose in the series? Obviously, but I'm not gonna go and say 7 because then you're expecting your team to lose.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, no, that's fair. All right.
But I definitely need to know when Scott Foster is refereeing games. Dr. Toboggan's right. The extender, if it's a 2-0 series lead, Scott Foster's playing refereeing game. He's refereeing game 3.
Yeah.
Why are we calling Scott Foster the extender?
Because he extends series. He's the guy that the NBA calls and says, wink, wink. Hey, we need this series to continue. It looks like one team is getting the best of the other team. We got some commercials that need to be played.
Yep.
Necessary is necessary. That's why they got that if necessary. That if necessary is necessary.
Wait, you say it necessary should probably be just Scott Foster.
Necessary. Yep.
No, it should be Scott. It should, if necessary, it should say Scott Foster refereeing because we got some commercials we need to pay.
Right.
No.
You know what I mean? Like we got some commercials that need to be paid. If necessary, it's got to be necessitated. So therefore, Scott Foster will referee the game.
Now, Scott, watch Draymond's legs. Make sure you watch his legs, and you call him out if you need to.
But in Scott Foster's fairness, if you didn't do the job with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter,
that's not his problem.
It's not his problem no more. Now he's calling it. He's going to ref the game fairly. He gives you 42 minutes to do whatever you want. So basically, you have a big lead, so then they can just say, all right, this game is over. If you had a big lead and you lose it, he's going to look at you like, I did my best. That's it. My hands is washed. It's clean.
All right. Number 2 here on our list. Leroy, are you rats off a ship on the Heat actually landing Giannis before the draft?
I'm not rats off a ship for this reason. Ooh. I don't ever know all of the conversations going on between these teams. All we hear is what people are saying, right? And so I'm not going to just discredit that because there are people that have more insight and more knowledge of the situation than I do, which means I can't just dismiss it. Now, if Tobin was asking the same question, I would probably say rats off a ship because you know how he would ask the question.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right. So because you presented the question the way you have, I'm not gonna discredit the information that has been out there by people who are reputable. Right? So I'm not rats off a ship.
Beyond yesterday, the first time I reported this, Scoop B was the guy who I was quoting.
No.
You weren't a fan of that one?
That's isn't that what's his name's go-to guy?
Scoop B's a guy. He's a guy, dude.
No, it's Scoop B's isn't Scoop B who Tobin refers to?
all
Oh
the
no, no,
time.
no, no.
All the
No, he has another
does.
guy. He has another
NBA
guy.
Central.
Yeah, there's another guy. Man, I know exactly who you're talking about too, and it's constantly like, Tobin, you don't like. Why are you? I keep saying the name too, but Dade South's name keeps coming to my damn brain. Anyway, Vlad, are you rats off a ship on the Heat to being able to acquire Giannis before the NBA draft at the end of this month?
Yeah, I'm rats off the ship on that. I think because like I said earlier in the show, the context of losing, I've been saying this for before the season began, and everybody, scoffed at me.
Well,
when
it's
he
more
said-
teams would be interested based on how their season ends
but
with
based
more assets than the Heat.
and that's what I always said. So that's why I was hoping for them to, if they were going to make the move, it would have been the trade deadline. Because I said this, Leroy. If Giannis does not move by the trade deadline, that opens the doors for teams who get eliminated in the postseason to make an offer for him. And what's happened ever since the postseason's happened? The postseason started. Nobody had Giannis with Boston. Now Giannis to Boston became a thing. Nobody had Giannis to OKC except for one guy. Now everybody's starting to say, hey, OKC should make a move for Giannis. Giannis with the Lakers, always going to be rumored. So
Portland's in the mix now.
Not as Portland. All of a sudden, teams who weren't even involved are now involved. And if you look at them, they probably offer better packages, trade packages than the Heat. But
because two of those teams have a whole lot more picks from when they traded guys off. I mean, when you look at what OKC has, OKC still got first round picks from the SGA trade.
Yeah,
from the Paul
Star, by the way.
Right.
That's the name.
They have all of that. They still have picks.
But
a lot of teams have picks.
But
here's
the caveat to all of that. Vlad, you make all the sense in the world, and I never, I didn't question it. I said, yeah, this kind of how this goes. The longer you wait, the more teams collectively try to get their stuff together to say, oh, we can get into this, right? Which is probably how the Heat lost Dame, to be honest with you. Because then all of a sudden, Milwaukee jumped in the mix, right? So all these teams, and there's more teams that are doing that, right? But the one thing that I would say is that the difference between the Dame situation and the Giannis situation is Giannis had more of a say-so. And I don't know if Giannis want to play in some of these places.
And that's the key. Dame had a say.
Dame just never said he said he wanted to go play for a winner.
He wanted, but he never specifically said who he wanted to play for.
Right.
Giannis is the one that can specifically say, I want to play for this team, and you're going to have to make this happen.
Right.
So that's why he's being the hottest chick in the game, flirting with everybody.
But here's the other thing. You know what else scares me even more about what you're talking about, Vlad? Who's to say it won't be a Kawhi situation? Where they say, I don't care. We don't care if you only got you for a year.
And that's the beauty of, like you always say, that's the beauty of sports.
Right.
Some teams might be willing to play. Look, I know I'm only going to have you for these 9 months. I'm going to take my chance with you in these 9 months.
I want to win a chip.
I want to win a chip.
Toronto did it. They won the chip. They didn't even care. Look, they offered him the max. He left. Cool, we got our chip.
And he's still considered a legend.
Right.
And even though he left, they were like, you know what? You did what you came to do.
I tell you what, that shot that bounced off the rim 17 times and went in, fading away.
And
that thing bounced up in the air, and all of North America was like,
oh no, nobody was doing anything that Sunday night. That game was the only thing to watch, and it was a good game, and it destroyed Joel Embiid. We got the memes with the crying and crying to his girl in the locker room, and Kawhi.
Windshield wipers.
So yeah.
So that's more than anything, Vlad. When he says, I'm only going to sign an extension with, the Miami Heat.
Like basically saying, hey, you better trade me to Miami. I've been a loyal employee for 12 seasons. I've given you a championship. I've given you relevancy.
Right.
It's only
right.
You
know what scares me about this, though?
Right by me.
You know what scares me about this?
What's that?
He hasn't made a stink. He tried to.
He made a stink.
Certain situations in life, Vlad.
He just didn't go full stink.
You got to go full stink.
You got to listen.
Because look,
Robert Downey Jr.
like
was
everybody that's made a stink, the new team loved him so much that it didn't matter that the other team didn't like him.
You got to go full. You can't go half. You got to go full.
He wanna look good in a bad situation, and that I think that's gonna be the thing that hurts the Heat.
You mentioned this earlier when we were talking about Wemby. He wasn't born here. Right. So those guys that aren't born here, they see how these guys are treated here by the media.
And they don't want no part of it.
They don't want no part of that.
Right.
They don't want no stain. Nobody wants scars and stains on their jacket.
Right.
But you might have to get some scars and there will be stains on your jacket.
You're not like what the doctor say? You're gonna feel a little pinch. You gotta go ahead. You gotta go ahead on and just take it and say, you know what? I don't get mad at athletes for doing this. This is what I want. I'm gonna make a stink. I know that after this, I'm gonna be happy. Like I don't like the way Jimmy went about it, because don't call your teammates your friends and then just basically go out there and play like trash, right? That's the part I didn't like. But I'm okay with the fact that he said, I want out of here and I'm going to make a stink. Don't tell me you're going to go out and play and then don't play, right? That's what I had a problem with. The fact that he didn't want to be here, that's fine. Still be a professional. But I think Jimmy thought this. I really do believe this. When he said, I'm going to go out and play, if he would have went and balled out, that they would have just ignored him and ignored his wishes, right? And said, well, we got him till the end of the year. And he really wanted out. And if he knew if he would have went out and balled out, they wasn't going to ship him. So that's a bad spot to be in too. That being said, I think sometimes in sports, especially in sports, your loyalties are not to the organization. Your loyalties are to your teammates. And when that loyalty is damaged, then I think I have a problem. And that's where I was with that.
All right, last one before we go to break here. Not sure if you guys saw. No, we had discussed who the cover athletes were for the college football game yesterday, but Caleb Williams, the deluxe
college
edition.
Football or Madden?
Yesterday we discussed college football. Yesterday we discussed Malachi Tony being on the cover of College Football 27, but now the cover of Madden 27 has come out. The deluxe edition has Caleb Williams, his painted nails, his Iceman gesture,
and the fake snow.
The fake snow.
Nothing says Chicago like that snow.
Yeah,
but I would say this. Are we at that level with Caleb?
You tell me. Are you rats off a ship of him being a cover athlete?
No, I'm not. I'm not rats off a ship. I'm not rats off a ship about him being a cover guy, right? I don't know how to feel about him yet, right? Because at that position, anytime a guy has a good stretch, we tend to crown him. And when we look at historically the guys who have had great careers, they've done it consistently, right? So when you said I would like to see Matt Stafford, here's the problem.
I didn't say that.
Huh?
I didn't say that at all.
You just said it.
I had not said the word Matt Stafford. I think you read it in the comment section.
Oh, should have been Stafford. Oh, you read it. You said Stafford.
Man,
anyway,
said Caleb Williams. And then I said, he also said college. We mentioned college football athletes the other day. No Stafford was mentioned yet.
No Stafford was mentioned.
I'm Vlad. Go listen to it during the break.
Oh no! Hey,
Vlad,
listen. No
Vlad,
way,
I
dude.
know I'm not losing my damn mind.
Oh, you are losing your mind.
No,
actually.
Vlad, go listen to it
no.
during the break, and I want y'all to apologize to me.
I will listen to it in the break. We will come back.
Here's what I would say.
Yeah.
And here's how this works. Ain't nobody Matt Stafford's age is playing Madden. So they went with a young quarterback.
I don't know about that, Leroy.
Dude.
Leroy, I tell you right now, to this day.
It's an older person game now.
I tell you right now. McVay.
Yeah.
Shanahan. Wait, is it O'Connell?
McDaniel. Yeah.
No, O'Connell from Minnesota.
O'Connell from Minnesota. Taylor in Cincinnati.
Right. They're all young. They all grew up on Madden.
They've been playing Madden.
Right.
That's why they know each other's moves. They like, oh, I know what you're gonna do. They all play Madden. I swear to you, they all play Madden. And that's why you see the very alikeness. Very, like, many teams are very similar.
Right. All right.
Look, Vlad, I need you to review that footage and
will.
tell me if I ever said Stafford. And we will return with more Tobin and Leroy right here on 104.3 WQAM. for the college football game yesterday, but Caleb Williams, the
College
deluxe
football or
edition.
Madden?
Yesterday we discussed college football.
Okay.
Yesterday we discussed Malachi Tony being on the cover of College Football 27, but now the cover of Madden 27 has come out. The deluxe edition has Caleb Williams, his painted nails, his Iceman gesture,
and the fake snow.
Fake snow.
Nothing says Chicago like that snow.
Yeah,
but I would say this. Are we at that level with Caleb?
You tell me, are you rats off a ship of him being a cover athlete?
No, I'm not. I'm not rats off a ship. I'm not rats off a ship about him being a cover guy, right? I don't know how to feel about him yet, right? Because at that position, anytime a guy has a good stretch, we tend to crown him. And when we look at historically the guys who have had great careers, they've done it consistently, right? So when you said I would like to see Matt Stafford, here's the problem.
I didn't say that.
Huh?
I didn't say that at all.
You just said it.
I had not said the word Matt Stafford. I think you read it in the comment section.
Nobody said.
Oh, should have been Stafford. Oh, you read it. You said Stafford.
No, he said Caleb Williams.
You accused me.
He also said college. We mentioned college football athletes the other day. No Stafford was mentioned yet.
No Stafford was mentioned.
Vlad, go listen to it during the break.
Oh, no. Hey,
Vlad,
no way,
I know I'm not losing my damn mind.
Oh, yeah.
Vlad, go listen to it during the break, and I want y'all to apologize.
I will listen to it in the break. We will come back. We will come back.
Here's what I would say.
Look, man, what do you have to say for yourself, Leroy?
There was some chicanery going on there. There was some chicanery. Hey, no, dude. I didn't even have Matthew Stafford in my mind.
You know why? You know why we know? Because you could tell you read Stafford. It's like I wasn't
even. I didn't even have it on.
Nah, you read it, dude.
I didn't have my thing was on private chat.
All right, then I must have sent with my brain a message because you just heard the footage. You just heard it. You heard the recordings. Never was Matthew Stafford, and it wasn't in your brain apparently. Something's going on here, Leroy. A 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2.
I guess.
Al Macco says he's living rent free, and Leroy's CTE riddled mind. No, hey, this is. I'm
gonna tell you like this.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want no rent in my head.
No.
I got monkeys juggling knives up there, so be careful what you pay for. Hey, y'all want to know I got the preseason schedule.
For the
yes,
Dolphins?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, preseason schedule has just been released. What do we got, Leroy?
On what is it? August 14th at Washington, August 22nd at the Giants, and August 28th home with the Giants down here.
Oh, so they have 2 home games this preseason. They have August 22nd against the Giants at 4 p.m.
in Atlanta.
And Atlanta,
Tua not gonna play. They're gonna give him the LeBron treatment.
Friday night.
Dude, you know how many preseason games I played my rookie year?
You said 5 or 6?
6.
6 preseason games?
Because we played in the Hall of Fame game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Hall of Fame game and 5 preseason games. Dude, and we used to practice like 2-a-days. But you know what was crazy? We didn't have these injuries like this.
You know what we should do? We should play That's Win, That's a Loss for preseason football.
No, dude.
All right.
I don't know where you are, but I will find you.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
I will find you.
Okay. That's fair.
My man said he's going to put bodily harm to you.
Yeah. Nope.
All right.
He said, don't play with him. He will put harm to you if you play That's a Win, That's a Loss. That's funny, bro.
Just thought I'd throw that out there. Just wanted to see if that.
Letting you know, don't throw anything out there.
All right. Well, I do want to throw this out there. The summer of soccer is here. We're giving away a soccer swag bundle valued at $250 from Sinbad Sports, the Coral Ridge Mall in Fort Lauderdale. For your chance to win, text the word Jersey, Jersey, Jersey to 20357. That's Jersey to 20357. For more information, go to WQAM.com. This is a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Tell you what about Jersey. I know this is talking about the clothing, but city of or state or whatever, Jersey, they make good pizza. Good pizza in New Jersey.
What?
New York, bro.
New York is better for sure. But like people try to claim that like Chicago's deep dish. No, get out of here. That's not even pizza.
I got to tell you, this is no lie. If deep dish is not done right, then you just got extra bread.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, too much.
All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, final hour of the Tobin and Leroy show.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy's here.
I'm
Vlad-
here.
But
I'm here.
Frog Boy decided to ribbit his way out of here right now.
Yep.
Don't know what he's doing. He probably taking care of the little tadpole, but yeah. We're gonna
So,
take the final hour.
so Vlad, we've been talking about this game
Mhm.
tonight. And you think like being young and coming off such an exciting, energetic road win, and this being the first game back home since then, you think that gives the Spurs more energy or a letdown? Because they're
That's a good
young.
question. They're young, so I think it might give them energy in the fact that they're, like you said, they are young. So with them being so young, this might be the first for all of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Knicks have a couple of players who've been in the finals with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Mikal
Right.
with the Suns and OG. And the other thing that low
Didn't
key,
OG win in Toronto?
yeah, OG won that year.
Yeah.
What we talking about with Kawhi and
With Kawhi.
Mikal
Yeah.
had a 2-0 lead and then lost 4 in a row to Milwaukee when
Right.
Giannis and the Bucks won the title. So and Mike Brown's been there. So I would think that it could work two ways. The home crowd could give them the boost that they need.
Right.
Because they might be like you say, might have a slow start. They're young. Everything might be so new and overwhelming to them in the beginning that they might need the energy from the crowd to give them a boost. Or it could go the other way where it's just too much for them and they just,
Right.
have to experience and be
Poise
like,
versus passion.
poise versus
Yeah, because
inexperience. Yeah.
because it'll be an issue where, and keep in mind, sometimes when you're younger, you get so excited about the moment that you burn all your energy. And then you get to the second half and you can't breathe and you're exhausted and
Like nothing can experience you for this.
No.
You have to go through it in order for you to experience it.
I played in a NFC championship game and had the lead the whole game. And I would say they're just the lead up to it, and we had a longer period of time. The lead up to it and the feel of the day, right? And how it felt during the day. One of the things that we were happy about is we got to play the early game.
So you would was it a noon game or a 3 p.m. game?
For us, it was a noon game.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Wait. Championship is at 3 and 7.
So it was 3 and 6 back
or
then.
3 and 6, or however they do that.
Okay.
The early game starts later, but they don't on Saturdays. Saturdays is like 4 and 8, but on Sundays when they did the playoffs on Sunday, it's earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So we played the early game, so we didn't have to wait around. But from the second you went on, even for your regular warm-up, like it was hard for me. It was hard to stay in the moment. And that means that not let the excitement of what's getting ready to happen suck all of your energy out of you, right? So basically what you would do is we would just go out on the field and BS and not even think about football and just, try not to make it bigger than it was. That's because we were older. We could go out there and joke and laugh and have fun. I don't necessarily know how a guy like Randy took it, right? I don't know how the younger guys took it because we had, a lot of us had been in the playoffs and even being to the playoffs, it wasn't like that. The crowd, the atmosphere, the television, the crews out there, it wasn't like that. And that was only the championship game. So I can't imagine in basketball your first, and this is their first time to the playoffs.
First time to the playoffs, first time for everything. Like,
right. But maybe that's what I said. I would say ignorance is bliss, is that they might be too dumb to realize how big the moment is and just go out and ball out.
I think Vlad brought this up in the first segment, the first hour, while I was like hiding backstage.
Lurking
you had
in the show.
Yeah, exactly, just lurking, watching the show. You had mentioned that basketball is a sport that, and this is a point that I agreed with, that you kind of feel like it has that you got to struggle before you find that success.
I'm just going by, Mark. I'm just going by like,
history.
Yeah.
I'm just going by the history since I've been watching.
Yeah.
You know, Detroit had to go through Boston and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Bulls had to go through Detroit. Knicks had to go through the Bulls. Pacers had to go through the Knicks. Orlando had to go through the Pacers. Bulls came back and just wiped out everybody.
But what I would say about that, that's a little different than now, a little different than today's basketball, is that you don't have those teams that are consistently in the Final Four.
Well, and you don't have the contracts and the way teams are
right. You can't keep them all together.
Right. You're not having that 7 to 8 year core foundation. And
right. So,
and you notice how when it goes the other way, how bad it looks, like Golden State.
Right.
So
from that standpoint, I agree with you the way it was in the 80s and 90s. But what makes it so different now is like we would like to say, oh, Boston's going to be in the hunt every year. But guess what? Nope. You would like to say the Knicks are in the run where for the next 4 years or for a 4-year stretch, they're going to be in the mix every year. It just doesn't work that way anymore. I mean, whereas when you think of the Lakers, when you think of Boston back in the 80s and 90s, when you think about Detroit, when you think about the Bulls, you think about LA, right? And even Utah. It was the same teams.
Leroy, a team just won a championship. They're still the defending champions until the San Antonio, New York winner.
Right.
And we're now talking about they got to move one of their biggest pieces.
Right. We was thinking about them being a dynasty.
Right. And then in 12 months, because of one guy, we're now talking about now they got to break the triumvirate of J. Will, Shea, and Chet. So
I would say it's a little different now. It's a little
absolutely different now.
Right. But it's still a part of that youth thing where you have to learn how to win. Because one of the things we said about OKC last year and going into this year, for a young team, they seem very veteran poised. Like not too up, not too down, very focused or whatever. They didn't win, but that's one of the things. They carried themselves like a veteran team, even though they were really young. I don't know if, maybe San Antonio has that in them, right? But I would say this, what makes me worry is that their best player still has some ups and downs. Like he'll respond, but he almost like won't initiate, right? He'll respond to the criticism. He'll respond to guys getting in his face, but he doesn't initiate. And I think to win a championship as early as this, you got to almost have that dog in you, and you got to initiate it. And that's what the Knicks do.
But even with and people saying history never faced an alien. History did face an alien. Shaq when they went to the finals, they beat up everybody.
Yeah.
They just went against a veteran team, a defending champ. When that Rudy T said, never question the heart of a champion. And they got handled. They got swept.
Right.
They got grown man.
Huh?
They got grown
They got veteran basketball.
They got dreamed.
Right.
That's what happened. They got dreamed.
And when you're comparing it to the team.
Which, keep in mind, Vlad, they played the only team who might have been considered to have an equal, if not more athletic big than Shaq.
Well, no, they just faced the team that just had a better big man than they had. I
Right.
mean, he was the best player in the game at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's just the try. Like Lakers, Spurs, like you have to go through that. You have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and then you have to knock off the team that caused you a lot of those trials and tribulations before you become the team. Notice how remember when Miami beat Boston that second round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were very emotional because LeBron thought about the times Boston eliminated them. In Cleveland, D Wade remembered the times Boston eliminated them.
Collectively, they were tired of that BS.
It was cut right because there's
Yeah.
always that one team that you have to beat to say that to
Well,
establish.
we don't have that. No. Well, I mean, look,
Boston was that in a way. Boston's been that for the last
3 or
5, 6
4,
years.
5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. I mean, you could almost say that it happened sooner than it normally happens. But everybody thought you want to win a championship, you got to go through OKC. The fact that it happened this soon is not normal, right? I think it's an anomaly because like things worked out. That being said, it still doesn't mean that like, are they going to come into it saying we succeeded because we got over those guys? Or they're going to realize because in most cases in the 80s and 90s, that team you had to get over the hump was in the other conference and it happened in the finals.
Oh, no, right. No, it's two teams you had to get over. You had to get over the team that was the team in the
your rival,
and then the team that's going to be in the finals. So Detroit had to get over Boston and the Lakers. Chicago had to get over Detroit and the Lakers.
Right.
Yeah, you got to get over that team.
Then in the 90s, early 2000s, it was San Antonio out west.
San Antonio,
the Lakers out west.
Detroit in the east.
Right.
That's when Detroit was going in. Detroit was the team. That's why when Bron dropped the what is it? The 48 special when he scored 29 of the last 30 points.
Right.
He beat Detroit. They finally got over Detroit, but there was another team that was starting to arise, which was Boston. And then when they had their big three, Boston had it running for at least a good 4 or 5 years. They were the team that people were gunning for. The Heat with the big three, they were the team that people were gunning for. That's what Indiana put together a team. That's why Roy Hibbert all of a sudden became a vital part of the game.
Right.
That's it. When you have an established team, everybody's trying to take that team out. And then when they do, they got to maximize on that opportunity because not only do you become the team, but you have to be the team and be the champion. You can't be the team and then not get there. And then you're still, on the precipice. You're still knocking on the door because you got to figure those other teams are going to get better as well and come back.
Yep.
This isn't the first iteration of these Knicks, though. This is a team that, first of all, was questioned in bringing in Jalen Brunson and then questioned in releasing Julius Randle and bringing in Cat, questioned in signing Bridges for as much as they did and wondering, why Brunson would take such a pay cut or when they broke up the Villanova three. So they've faced their own bit, even though it hasn't been like a team that they've had to get over specifically. They faced their own failures and have built this process so slowly that I think in a game 6, game 7, or these later situations, they're a more established team already. And I also feel that, like you were mentioning, Leroy, the amount of energy and exertion that it took for Wemby and the Spurs to get past OKC to then turn around and ramp that up in a couple days is, it's going to take them a little bit to adjust. Meanwhile, the Knicks, who haven't really had a challenge in these past couple weeks and have been waiting for this Spurs team to essentially arrive in this final, can, begin this series with the cards in their favor, essentially. So I don't know. It's interesting to definitely look at. It's easy to say Wemby the alien can do things and overcome, but I think this may end up being a case in which this may be the last time we see Wemby lose a championship, but it may be, if there's one that he's going to lose, it may be this one.
Right.
Those were your headlines that are brought to you by our friends at Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com.
Marlins started.
Marlins first pitch was at 105, so we checked the score now. They're winning 10-0.
If there was a 10 in front of that 0, if there was a 1 in front of that 0, it's still 0-0 on the bottom of the first. This
Right,
guy.
a boy can dream. A boy can dream.
This guy. Somebody's probably listening. Put some wagers on some Marlins, like Liam Hicks, Owen Casey to get some hits, and he had 10-0 in the first inning. He's like, "Oh my God,
the over." Yes. Well, I'm a liar.
That was like when Bam got his over in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Leroy, would you do us the favor of giving us our final weather report, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting? Replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
It is mostly cloudy and it looks gloomy and it looks like it can rain at any time. So be careful out there. We got the light breezes, winds out of, I'm gonna still say, the northwest, because I can't really tell. So I'm just gonna say keep it the same. And right now I'm guessing it's 91 degrees, but it's muggy. It looks rainy. The humidity is over 80%, which means it gives you more of a chance of rain. And I would just say buckle up.
Well, I could get as accurate as saying that according to AccuWeather, rain will begin in 24 minutes. That is crazy specific.
Jeez.
And exactly 24 minutes rain will begin, which means it's actually not too bad at this very moment, because it's about to be pouring very soon.
Pretty much.
Other headlines that we didn't get a chance to mention throughout today.
Stanley Cup final, game 1.
Stanley Cup final, game 1, an absolute barn burner. Is that what they say?
It was good. It was really good.
A historic day at the very least, as the Carolina Hurricanes jumped out to a very quick lead within the first 30 seconds, scoring the third fastest goal in game 1 of Stanley Cup final history.
And didn't win.
And then lost. It was a historic win, like I mentioned, because teams were 0-55 when down multiple goals at any point in a Stanley Cup final game 1, and Carolina had a 2-0 lead after 12 minutes of the first period. Now, obviously, being the cardiac cats, comeback cats, coming back against Carolina is what we do. So this is nothing new, of course, but it led for a good game, 5-4 final victory for the Knights, and game 2 is tomorrow, I believe, right? They take one day in between. Yeah, I don't think they take 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
It goes alternate, then switch, then 2 days, right?
Yeah, apparently this is what's weird about both the NBA and NHL. They're not having 2 days between games unless it's a travel day. So game 1,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, game 1 last night, game 2 will be tomorrow, and then game 3
extra day for travel.
No, what's weird is game 3 is actually a 1-day travel day. Game 3 will be Saturday night.
Wow.
Oh, so they're just going every other day.
They go in every other day up until they get to game 5, game 6, game 7. The NBA, game 1 is tonight, game 2 will be Friday. There'll be no games on the weekend. Game 3 is Monday, game 4 is Wednesday, and then game 5, if there is a game 5, if necessary, will be Saturday. So
okay,
NBA every other day, and then when they have to leave the series, the city, it's 2 days, 2 days off.
Okay.
Speaking of hockey, the Florida Panthers are celebrating yesterday the 10th birthday of their new logo, which they revealed 2016. What do you guys think? Happy birthday to this logo? Yeah, I feel the same. We all feel the same. We all feel the same.
What are we doing?
Okay. All right. Other headline here. Nas Nas is in the NBA. Rap legend Nas and composer Nicholas Britell are collabing for the NBA final score to create a signature audio identity. Essentially, composer Nicholas Britell is going to do the music. Nas is doing the voiceover.
Yeah, I think he did that for Amazon.
Well, they're launching a new signature audio identity, apparently. And I remember hearing Nas for Hennessy. That was my favorite. That's my boy.
I think he's grown now. He's running
A little bit.
casinos in New York City.
All right.
I think he's, and he was one of the first to invest in Uber when Uber came out. So yeah,
Smart man.
smart man.
Last headline here before we go to break. Meg the Stallion saying RIP to her wifey era in her new song. And it sounds like she's putting on blast that Klay Thompson scumbag of a human being
Love him.
finally being exposed for the scoundrel that he is.
So
A
player being a player.
he's not a player. Yeah, he is a player. A very mediocre, average wash player that gets too much credit. I agree, Vlad. That's a
Keep
good
doing
point.
what you're doing.
And he
Playboy.
scored 37 and a quarter.
Oh,
He scored
everyone.
60 with only
Oh,
taking 12
God.
dribbles.
Yeah, you know what? And Milli Vanilli won a Grammy. So what are we doing here, huh? What
So-
are we doing here?
So what are you saying?
Well,
Sometimes numbers lie.
only Vanilli is alive, right?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
These are the lyrics from the new song. All that wifey bleep is dead. Put that bleep to bed. I'm gonna make him beg when I want some bleep.
Some brains?
Can I just say this? Can I
Yes.
just say this?
Yeah, you thought that was lyrically.
I'm gonna say this.
All right.
Clay ain't losing no sleep over this.
Oh,
Yes, right?
come on, dude. Clay
This is what-
is.
This is
Dude,
to get all.
Dude,
you
can
know
I just
why?
tell you? Let me tell you
Actually,
something.
Yeah.
You know why you do dirt to Meg the Stallion? Because
What do
your
you do?
roster is like that.
His roster is not nothing. Why do people think he's like that?
Because
dude?
he is. Have you not seen his roster, bro?
What has
Hey,
Drake taught you?
Vlad. He don't understand.
If
Look,
you're
look,
a
don't
cornball,
understand.
money
Fair.
don't fix
He
that.
don't
I can show you Drake's
Wait a minute.
lineup,
He don't-
and you're still like he's corny. That's the
Yeah,
same
but
thing
guess
with
what?
Clay.
You could be corny, but I'm not gonna knock your lineup. If your
Yeah,
lineup
that's
is your
true.
lineup,
Right.
I'm not gonna
There
knock
you
you.
go.
You see, Drake's in another little beef with Sauce Walker now. Do you know who Sauce Walker is,
Yeah,
Leroy?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. You don't
Sauce
want-
Walker?
It's not. It's nothing.
It's
Leroy.
dirty. It's not even. It's really.
Can
not
I
even
just
worth
say
mentioning.
this?
Not even worth mentioning.
Can I just say this? There's certain people that would want to have beef with me or come at me that I don't even give them the time of day.
Yeah.
I almost look at them like you are beneath me. And that's not being cocky.
No,
That's
for
just
sure.
being real. Like you don't lower your standards to go beef with somebody.
No.
So if Drake says he's all it is, there's certain guys that you just laugh at and keep it moving.
Oh yeah, he's laughing at Sauce Walker for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, like, come on.
But hey, let's not get distracted from the fact that Klay Thompson is a horrible human being, and really
not a horrible-
overrated. Mainly, if we're really talking about what the problem is, he just really is.
Go ahead,
He
go.
splashed.
Well,
he
when he get in the
put
Hall
the
of
girls
Fame, when he get in the Hall of Fame,
You guys put anyone in the Hall of Fame though. What's
No.
crazy is you put DeMar DeRozan in the Hall of Fame
He is going to Hall of Fame.
for what, dude?
Lord, look at his numbers. You know
The
that he's in the top.
greatest
He's going to be in the top 10 in scoring, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
10 though. He's got to be 10 for sure. I mean, he's played 1 billion years. God. He's
yeah. Okay.
when you if I were to give everyone in the world, every single person in the world, including
60
DeMar
sorry.
DeRozan.
He is 16. He is 16th
Cake
in
eater.
all-time scoring.
Cake Eater said it
Did
the
you
best.
say 60?
16th. And he's going to, and if he plays
okay.
another season or two, he's going to be,
Hey,
Yeah.
he's going to be in the top 10.
Cake Eater said it best.
What do you say?
MGK with Eminem. Wish Eminem had that attitude about him,
Yeah,
because
you go.
he lit him up. I gotta tell you, I don't think nobody want to mess with Eminem. Cause Eminem ain't never picked no beef with nobody. He just going by this way.
Well, MGK did. MGK went after Eminem, and
no,
that was a
right.
bad idea.
It's just not gonna win when you're looking at,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Plus, what can
He
you
has
say about
intangible-
Eminem that
he
he
has an
haven't already
intangible
said
factor.
about himself?
I
He
am
has an
white. I
intangible.
am a bum. I do live in a trailer
Right.
with my mom.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
All right, we're
Jimmy
gonna take a
Rabbit.
break.
Okay, Jimmy Rabbit.
Hey, you know, I know all the lyrics. And me and Joe in the morning, we would go back and forth. I don't understand why he loves. 8
Oh
Mile
my
so
God,
much.
your name is Clarence.
Your name is Clarence, and I'm like, okay,
Go to
dude.
school and have both your parents. Like, yeah, that's Joe Rose every morning, bro. Every morning. Joe, it seemed like Joe. That's all he watched on team flights back was "Lose Yourself."
It must be literally just that part too.
Just that part, just the battle rap.
This man's a gangster. His real name is Aubrey.
You just called another grown man Cake Eater.
Well, that's the name of his
that's
title.
his handle.
That's his name. So
I call you Schmeethan.
Like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
You're a grown man copying another grown man's name.
right. All you did was put the letting you know. Either way you think of the name.
Right.
Yeah, it's not stupid like Frog Boy.
Yeah, no.
Hate that name.
Really. Oh, and then he said, not that Cake Eater, though. It's a reference to Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, I don't trust it. We're gonna take a break.
Hey, he said it's his name. He the reason he picked it.
Oh,
sure. I would have picked the other reason. I'm just saying.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be manly on the way out. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna take a break. When we come back, NBA Finals trivia. Leroy versus Vlad.
Oh boy.
Vlad gonna win this.
I hope.
Leroy, I know you can't hear us because you don't have clean feed. But this is some Prince playing right now. We're
What song?
partying, baby. We're partying.
Purple Rain?
No, not Purple Rain. There we go.
You know what?
You know
No
what time
lie.
it is. Yes.
One of the coolest people I've ever met in my life.
Prince?
Yeah.
I
When-
forgot Minnesota.
When
So,
you hear of the people and what they say about him,
yeah,
he is that cool.
I heard he's got a hell of a jump shot.
Yep.
You gotta be cool if you're gonna be wearing assless chaps, man.
Yep.
Questionable behavior for sure.
I mean, that's questionable.
Now, I will say
Tiny.
this. I will say this also.
Yeah.
He is tiny.
Yes. Yes, he
Tiny.
is. Yes, he is.
And I was a little taken aback by the fact that how tiny he was and his voice was deeper than mine. Catch you off guard.
What does he sound like?
Like he's normal, but his voice is not like this.
Hello, I'm Prince.
Nah, he ain't even
Baseball.
but it's not even like you would think. Think about this. If you say I met Prince, you would think that's one of the biggest global music stars ever.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
He was as laid back as they get.
Yeah. He hated Michael Jackson, though.
Did he?
And Michael didn't like him. Yeah, they had beef.
They got beef for sure.
They had beef.
Definitely
Had
had beef.
beef.
Yeah.
They had
Some are saying that he's the Kendrick and that Michael's the Drake. That's
Okay.
what some are saying.
No, because
That's what some are saying.
here's the deal though.
That's what they're saying.
Here's the deal though. Whether they didn't like each other,
Yes.
nobody that was a fan of either questioned the other guy's talent.
No, but this is the thing, though.
You see what I'm saying?
Michael,
Like
has
you
been-
could talk about whatever you want about Prince,
yeah,
or you could talk whatever you want about Michael, but the music and the performances were undeniable.
Now, but here's the thing, and this is another thing that they say. This is actually very hilarious. They say that Michael Jackson and Prince interacted, and that Michael Jackson was quoted as saying Prince is a meanie, which I've never described another man as being a meanie to me.
But
So-
you have to understand that, and let's be honest.
Yeah.
I would say Michael Jackson spent a majority of his life trying to be a child. In a world where he was never allowed to be at the age of 5.
God bless them both. I'm gonna let them both rest in peace. And we are gonna move on to NBA Finals trivia. Tonight, game 1 of the San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks. So we are going to celebrate the only way we know how, which is a little game show. Hey.
Oh yeah,
Ooh-wee.
that basketball music. There we go.
All right, we're gonna give you guys-
Basketball.
It's crazy no one sampled that yet. Drake? All right. Okay.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
What's
I
that?
was listening to the radio the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got 5 on it.
The Loonies.
It's sampled
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
from who's the group? Rumors. Who's the club? Culture, not Culture Club. Who's the group that sing Rumors?
Club Nouveau.
Club Nouveau. It's sampled from Club Nouveau.
Yes, it is.
Why you treat me so
why
bad?
You treat me so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
just realized that.
Unfortunately, that's not one of our answers for number 1, Leroy. So that'll be wrong.
hey, I'll be damned if we're not gonna do this game show on the way out.
Hey, listen, he decided, you know what? I don't like question number one. I'm going to go ahead and replace the question. Where did the 5 on it sample come from? All right. Question number one, NBA Finals trivia is who is the only player in NBA history to win the NBA Finals MVP award during their rookie season?
Oh, I got this.
Leroy, I'm gonna give you multiple choice because
All right.
No, you can't give him multiple choice.
oh, okay. Well, then you don't get no multiple choice then.
Can I at least get the team? No, that ain't.
No. What? See,
Hold
I'd rather give you multiple choice. I felt like the multiple choice would have tricked him though. Only player NBA history to win Finals MVP award during their rookie campaign.
3 seconds.
The only people I could think of is Magic, and
Final answer?
yeah, Magic.
You're right.
Correct answer is Magic Johnson.
Because I can't.
I don't
You know what's
understand why the
crazy?
number- But you know what I understand?
You know what I think of
When I write down the answer.
when? No, I'm not looking at
No,
that.
I know it's not you, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
You know what's crazy,
understand that
though?
This is a game. Don't
know
put
what-
your answers.
You know what the first thing came to mind was?
What?
Remember he played center and he was doing the little baby sky hook across the middle. That's
is
the
it.
one thing that just
Now
I can't think of who was the last rookie to even like win a championship as a rookie.
Duncan.
I was gonna say if I would have read it, I think you would have probably got tricked by Tim Duncan.
No.
That I would have got tricked by.
Did he win the MVP that year?
No, he didn't because
He didn't win the MVP.
there's only been one. Well, it's the Finals MVP that they're looking for, and I don't think
Finals
he won the
MVP,
league.
but he wasn't. He wasn't.
No, he did win MVP.
He was a rookie. He wasn't a rookie.
He was the NBA Finals MVP 3 times: 1999, 2003, 2005. Unless 1999,
He wasn't a rookie.
Unless 99 wasn't his rookie year.
Right.
No, 98 was his rookie year.
98. So
Right.
then he won
So,
his second
see,
year.
there.
So then they're right. It's Magic.
All right. You guys ready for? Oh, actually, Vlad didn't get his first question yet. Vlad, your first question. Only 4 players in NBA history have ever recorded 30 plus points in every game of a single final series. 4 players.
4?
3 of them are Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. Who is the final name on the list of players in NBA history to have recorded 30 plus points in every single game of the finals?
Ooh.
You got Shaq, you got Michael Jordan, you got LeBron James. Who is name number 4?
Oh. I got 2 choices.
All right. Vlad, if you don't get it, then you have an opportunity to steal, Leroy.
Okay.
But I get a feeling all of you guys are going to get it wrong.
Elgin Baylor.
Damn it. Okay. That was much more disappointing than I wanted. I was like, no way he's going to guess Elgin Baylor.
Yeah, you got to go back old school because you took away all the young guys relative to when it happened.
I would have said like,
You know what's crazy?
Kobe or something.
Did Wilt ever win a championship?
Yeah.
Yes, as a Laker?
As a, I want to say a Warrior.
As a Warrior.
He did win one as a Laker as well, but he was towards his the back 9 of his career when he won that title with the Lakers.
I mean,
he
because
won.
back in the day, that he was Wemby.
His first title was with the Sixers.
Right?
Yeah, the Sixers. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he was Wemby, right?
He was
Yeah,
Wemby
for sure.
before Wemby.
Right.
For sure.
Ralph
Hey,
Sampson was Wemby before Wemby as well.
Right.
He had that dog in him, though. You never questioned if Wilt had that dog in him.
He had that clay in him.
You never had a question like off the court.
Oh, no, now that's a splash
Will had
brother.
that
Right?
dog in him.
Oh, no, ain't no question right there.
Ain't no question in
Ain't
that.
no question for Wilt.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Next question here, Leroy. This one is for you.
This one's for you.
Cleveland.
Nah, that one was too easy. I feel like that one was a little too easy. Okay, ready? Yours
I'm ready.
was kind of hard. I'm sorry, Vlad's was kind of hard, but this one is. Who are the only two players to hit buzzer-beating, game-winning shots to win an NBA Finals game?
Oh, I know one.
Is it Jordan and Chauncey, or I want to say Big Shot Bob, but he just got a bunch of rings for hitting three. I'm gonna say Jordan and Chauncey Billups.
All right, final answer?
Yeah.
The correct answer?
No, wait. I get a chance to steal if he's wrong, right?
That is true, actually. Let's say in the event that he's wrong, what would be your
No, you got to just tell me right now if he's right or wrong.
No.
Go on. In the event
Is he right or is he wrong?
Final answer, Leroy.
Is he right or is he wrong?
Michael Jordan, number one. He got that correct. He got the second name incorrect. Chauncey Billups is not.
It's Michael Jordan and Jerry West. Jerry West is from half court to beat the Knicks in the 1973 finals.
Why the Knicks got to be involved? Damn it!
Well,
now the Jordan shot I don't remember because
it's against Utah. Remember when he pushed our boy?
Yeah, but Jordan's shot wasn't. But there was another shot that Utah had. That's what I'm saying. This is weird because the Jerry West shot was like the game winner. Like I could say the Ray Allen.
There's a difference between a buzzer beater and a game winner.
Right. That was a buzzer beater.
Right.
Kyrie was a game winner when he hit the shot over Steph.
Right.
Yeah. This one is a buzzer beater. So the buzzer beater that is the second player.
No, that wasn't. It wasn't. That was the championship against Craig Elo.
Big
the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
Big Shot Bob. The correct answer. Robert Horry, game 4 of the 2002 Finals
wrong.
versus the Sacramento Kings.
Wrong. That's absolutely wrong.
Why would the internet lie to me, dude?
Because the internet doesn't know Jerry West hit a game winner against the Knicks. That was a game winner.
But was it a buzzer beater?
Was it a buzzer beater?
Buzzer beater game winner. Like you can't beat a buzzer beater and the game is over. That's not a game winner.
Legendary, and on April 29th, 1970, a legendary moment in basketball unfolded. Jerry West achieved an extraordinary feat by sinking a full court shot at the buzzer. This remarkable shot tied the game.
Oh, it tied. Okay.
Boom! Hey, Flag! You know what's amazing? He talked down to us. He talked.
He told me the internet would lie.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I didn't.
It's not like barbershop.
My bad.
Hold up. He kicked Joe Lewis's ass.
Okay. I thought he hit a game winner. If it was a game time.
Hey, you know what? You were 100% correct, though. You were right.
I had the right people.
You didn't have, you had Jordan and Billups.
No, I had Jordan Billups, and I didn't. And I started with Robert Horry.
You had Jordan and Billups.
I know.
Can't say you started. You had Jordan and Billups.
I said I picked 3 guys. I had the 2 right guys. I picked the wrong 2.
Because then wouldn't Kyrie's shot be involved in also?
Kyrie, let's see. What Kyrie
2016 against the Warriors.
2016 Warriors.
But
was that at the buzzer?
That wasn't a buzzer beater. The Warriors had another shot.
Yeah, I remember him doing the
Horry I gotta look at
3 with 53 seconds left in the game. His 2016 shot. Yeah, 53 seconds left in the game.
So
Horry's shot was that Horry 3 to beat the Pistons.
Kings. That was Kings. 2002 was not the Kings.
That wasn't a finals. That's what I'm saying.
So what?
Somebody might be wrong here. The question, Robert Horry asked a question might be wrong here.
No. Robert Horry. Why were you saying it though, Buzzer? Leroy, what shot were you thinking of?
He had a couple that were like the end of the game. I don't know if they were buzzer beaters
with the Spurs in Detroit.
Right.
That was a game winner, but it was
But that's not a buzzer beater though,
right?
I get that it wasn't a buzzer beater, but what we're trying to figure out here,
buzzer beater, last shot of the game.
Buzzer beater, last shot of the game.
3, 2, 1.
Then
No, but the
Jordan
one that
was-
they say
then
that
Jordan wasn't a buzzer beater.
Against
Utah.
against Utah?
Yeah, wasn't a buzzer beater. They had another shot.
What about the game winner versus Cleveland? That's not finals though.
That's not finals. That was Craig Elo.
That was first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you know what? That question is thrown out. That's thrown out because that was won by everybody.
We got to go into overtime. We got to go into overtime, baby.
I mean, you came at us with Jerry West like,
no,
damn it, I'm right.
I was.
Hey, you know what, though? I would give him the point,
ender.
though.
No, but it tied the game.
But it was a buzzer beater. He said buzzer beater.
It was.
Wait. It wasn't a buzzer beater. It was a buzzer tire.
Well, it might have been a buzzer beater. Fine. But
Does a buzzer beater have to win?
Wasn't buzzer beaters?
Yes!
Either.
No way.
They weren't buzzer beaters.
You're beating the buzzer, not the other team.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, hey, listen. This.
Well, if that's the case, then we could go. Then we could go with Ray Allen.
Nah,
No, they had another shot.
And that was a game tire.
That's the same thing as Jerry
It was
West.
a game tire, but there was a game. But San Antonio had another shot. Parker got blocked.
Right.
That's so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right, through 2003. Let's just go through 2000.
Were you even alive?
What?
He might have been a gleam in his daddy's eyes.
No, what? I was 10. I was like already paying bills. What?
Wait, I picture Marcos like walking the dirt road with a basket on his head at 10. Like,
He was smoking a cheap cigarette.
yeah,
The one
smoking
that
cigarettes.
you get at the smoke shop by Hard Rock.
Oh, you definitely buying a
Oh
Lucy.
yeah.
You buying a Lucy.
Tell me buy those Lucy's, V.
I mean, listen. After a hard day
Hey,
at the factory,
I still try to figure out how a corner store can make $20 off one pack of cigarettes.
oh, listen, bro. If you saw you break those things down. That's this common salesmanship right there. All right, you guys ready for the final question? Overtime. Both of you guys will have an opportunity to answer, and if I don't know, because if you get the first one right, then we have a double overtime.
Just why don't you ask the question and then
we'll focus on that.
Combining breaks. So just do it. This is the last segment right now.
All right, last segment. I want a really hard one. I apologize. Everyone seems
we're very into this.
No, and unfortunately, both of you guys have good knowledge, so I'm attempting to get something that's like something that I know you won't get. All right, for all the marbles, final trivia question: who is the famous player that holds the record for most three-pointers made in a single NBA Finals series, hitting 32 of them in an NBA Finals series? Holds the record for most three-pointers made in a single NBA Finals series with 32 of them made. Leroy, you go first. Who is your answer?
the easy answer would be Steph.
It would be.
But I have a feeling that that's not it. But I'm going to go Steph because I can't think of nobody else. And before Steph, they didn't shoot threes like that.
It won't be Steph.
I know, but who else?
Oh,
I'm
Klay Thompson.
Danny Green.
Oh. All right. Record for the most three-pointers made in a single NBA Finals series.
Wouldn't it be something if it was Klay? That would end the show perfect. If you had to say Klay Thompson and just end the show.
Klay Thompson. And then I just closed my laptop. Record for most three-pointers, 32 of them in the year.
In a series.
In a series in the year 2016.
Oh, no. So what's Steph?
Steph Curry is a correct answer.
All right.
That is a correct answer.
Yeah,
I figured that would be one that would be so obvious that you would think it can't be Steph Curry.
No, well, because that's the only guy I can think that would shoot the way basketball has been played, that's the only guy I can think that would shoot that many.
No, the only reason why I thought about Danny Green was that 2014 series when the Spurs were hitting every 3-pointer.
Oh my goodness!
So I just thought maybe, when you asked a question like that, I was just like,
but did Danny Green even start? He came off the bench, didn't he?
No, he was starting that series. He was
okay.
He was the 2 guard. I mean, he was getting easy looks.
That was solid.
Because Dunk said they were closing down on the paint. He kick it out. Danny Green, 3.
Danny Green.
All right. I want to say thank you guys for listening. Tomorrow we will be back same time. Tobin's still out, but Leroy holding things down. I believe Brittany will be in the producer chair. So Vlad, thank you for holding things down. You have a good weekend. Make sure you listen to Dan Day and Vlad on Saturday and Sunday. Go Knicks on behalf of Vlad. And
he said go Knicks on behalf of Vlad.
Because I can't. I'm a Heat. You get it. Anyway, Hockey Crowder coming up next. You guys have a good one.